What is up, everybody? This is Nick Fiore, Adam with me. This is the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on youtube.com. This is the SmackDown review from last week, January 22nd, 2021. And Adam back on here in the channel for a SmackDown review for the first time and God knows how long. And Adam, how are you doing, my brother?
Well, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, bro.
What'd you think of SmackDown last week?
Not so much. I mean, the previous few weeks, they produced good shows, but this week, it was not all that good.
I would have to agree. The first SmackDown of 2021, January 1st edition of SmackDown this year, but the SmackDown after that, then the week after that, past couple weeks, they've been pretty decent, if you ask me, with Nakamura running the gauntlet, and then Cesaro and Bryan from a couple weeks ago. But last week's SmackDown wasn't really all that good, if you ask me. Not really all that good. I felt like last week's SmackDown, if to be honest with you, if you were to ask me what I thought first, honestly, of SmackDown a week ago, very lackluster. There may have been a few only good things, but for the most part, it was just very lackluster, if you ask me. Very lackluster show. Better than Raw, but still lackluster.
Yeah.
If to put it perfect, to be honest with you, and to just describe SmackDown briefly, short and sweet from last week, that's what I would say. We had the obstacle course thing with Sasha, well, not with Sasha, with Bayley and Bianca Belair. We're gonna go over that. We had Reginald versus Sasha Banks in an intergender match. Sorry, one of those days where you can't talk. So I apologize, guys. Anyways, and then we had the Intercontinental title match with Big E and Apollo Crews. We had that. We also had Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and such, when Kevin Owens and their thing going into the Royal Rumble this year, etc., etc. And all in all, just a lackluster show. Better than Raw? Better than Raw? Absolutely. Was it better than Raw? Absolutely. Was it worse than Raw? No. Was it better than Raw? Absolutely. But was it a good show? No. Last week's SmackDown was not a good show. But we're going to go over SmackDown from last week right now here in the Furious Nation channel. And before we get started with the SmackDown review from SmackDown last week, January 22nd of 2021, follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579 over on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. And follow me on Facebook at Nicholas_Fiore_31. Add me as a friend on Facebook if you like, guys, if you want to. Options always there for you guys. Follow Adam on Facebook as well. He also has a Facebook. Adam has an Instagram as well. And Adam has a Twitter of at Carl Adam Johnson over on Twitter. Go follow Adam on Twitter at Carl Adam Johnson on Twitter. And be sure to hit the like button on this video. It would be greatly appreciated, guys. Remember to subscribe to the Furious Nation YouTube channel. And be sure to turn on that bell for all notifications so you're notified whenever I'm uploading videos onto YouTube from the Furious Nation YouTube channel. So subscribe to the Furious Nation channel. Subscribe to the Furious Nation YouTube channel. Turn on that bell for all notifications. And hit that like button on this video too. It'll be greatly appreciated. And let's get started with SmackDown from a week ago. So SmackDown last week starts off with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns music hits. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman enter the ring. They're cutting a promo. Reigns says he hears Kevin Owens is going to deliver a message to him tonight. Then Reigns says, no, he's not. We are not going to see Owens tonight because Reigns says so. Owens and Adam Pearce think they got one over on him, but they did not from the previous week. Roman then says, quote, cards subject to change. Roman says, card subject to change is for losers. Pearce then claims to be hurt. Every part of Reigns hurts. Every part of Roman Reigns hurts. Maybe maybe Roman himself should say the same. Maybe he's too hurt from carrying this company for years. Roman says he's been carrying this WWE company for years on his back, hurting his back to carry this company on his back for years.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then Adam Pearce squawks down to the ring. He says this is too much. Reigns calls Pearce Owens' bitch. If Pearce is Owens' bitch, he most certainly is Reigns' bitch as well. Heyman then snickers in the background, and Heyman is laughing like the evil genius he is Paul Heyman, and I love it. Pearce then says he has to take the disrespect from Roman Reigns, but he damn sure doesn't have to take it from Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns then tells Paul Heyman not to take that. Heyman then tells Pearce that he's from New York. Then listen. So Heyman's like, tell Pearce. So Heyman tells Pearce that he's from New York, and I'm gonna beat your ass. Then Heyman challenges Pearce to a one-on-one match in the main event of SmackDown later that night, and then Pearce says it's official. Heyman says, I'm from New York, Adam Pearce, and I'm going to kick your ass.
Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
And I think Paul Heyman's from Schenectady, New York, if I'm not mistaken. That's I don't think that's too far from where I am in Poughkeepsie, New York. But anyways, Paul Heyman with a New York accent, gotta love it. Love it.
Yeah.
This is a good opening segment, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Roman Reigns always got a great promo, and Paul Heyman does the same as well.
Your thoughts on all this as a whole, and your thoughts on the match announced for the main event?
Well, it was a great segment. That's a way to open a show, unlike,
Monday Night Raw, the worst show on television. By the way, Raw ratings went out this week, folks. Still can't get over a 1.8. That show Monday Night Raw, that's the show Monday Night Raw that still can't get over a 1.8 million viewers. That show.
Yeah. But Paul Heyman versus Adam Pearce in a match. Honestly, they were not going to face off in a match. Paul Heyman, number one, is not even a wrestler.
And what happened and what transpired in the main event that night from SmackDown last week, we all knew it was not going to happen. Like, there was no way. They couldn't be that stupid. They couldn't be that stupid. They were not going to have that be an actual match.
Paul Heyman is a manager. Why would you have him in a fucking match when he's not an advocate? When he's not a professional wrestler.
Yeah, so we all knew this was not going to actually be a reality result and was going to set up Owens and Reigns brawling all along to build up their thing for the Rumble, which Owens and Reigns should be a damn good match, last man standing at the Royal Rumble, something that I'm looking forward to at the Rumble.
Yeah, something we're looking forward to.
Yeah, that we're looking forward to. Yeah. So, but all in all, I thought this was a good opener, to be honest with you. Reigns saying he's carrying this company on his back, absolutely the truth. Absolutely the truth.
Yeah, he's the best thing of the company. He's carrying the company on his back.
And I've been thinking about this for a while now. I know my pick is Daniel Bryan to win the Rumble this year, and it should be Reigns and Bryan at Mania this year for the Universal title. Hopefully that is the case. And if that happens, I'm just thinking, Bryan doesn't really need to win the title. After watching SmackDown a week ago with Roman cutting this promo at the beginning of SmackDown from a week ago, I would have to say, and I know some people have been saying, Roman should beat Bryan at Mania and Roman should retain. Watching this promo from last week, you know what? I would have to agree with them.
Yeah.
Roman is so good right now. Why would you take the title off him at WrestleMania? Have Roman be the Universal Champion after WrestleMania. Have Roman hold the Universal title throughout this whole entire have Roman hold the title for the whole year of 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Or have him hold it until at least SummerSlam.
I would have him hold it all year and have him hold it until he loses it in 2022.
Who would you have him lose it to in 2022 at WrestleMania 38?
Who would I have him lose it to? Big E.
Big E. That's not a bad choice. And Big E is the Intercontinental Champion right now. He's not losing that title anytime soon, I don't think.
Yeah.
Biggie and he's Intercontinental Champion right now. Should start building him up and start having him beat guys like Seth Rollins. So that's what I would do
Yeah,
before he gets to the tribal chief.
I said I'm gonna have Biggie win the Universal title in WrestleMania 2022 against Roman.
Maybe Biggie winning the Royal Rumble in 2022.
Yeah,
it's possible, or Adam Cole. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be anybody. Could be Nakamura. Could be Aleister Black. Could be Keith Lee. Roman Reigns could be something. The rematch from the 2019 Survivor Series could be interesting. We'll see what happens, but we'll see where it goes. But Roman is so good right now. He should definitely. And watching this promo last week, why would you even take the title off Roman at WrestleMania? No, he's so good right now. I don't. And watching this last week, I think taking the title off him at Mania is the wrong decision.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on that. But I've been thinking about that as of late, and I think that's true. Just look at what Roman's doing right now. This is the Roman we should have gotten how long ago? 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. And they didn't do it. But now we finally got it. And all this time, and we're finally getting it. And Roman's just nailing it out of the park, man. With this tribal chief thing, it's just so good. It's so good. Like and Roman, it's just like you can tell it's like he's much better as a heel. Never turn this guy babyface again. I'm saying this right now. Do not, like Roman Reigns, never turn him babyface again. He's just a natural heel. He is a natural heel. I don't want to hear a peep from anyone that says otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a very good promo.
I mean, this was the role he was born to play to begin with.
Just look at The Rock in 1998 at the Deadly Game Survivor Series when the stuff with Mankind, man. Remember that?
Yeah. This was the role he was. This was the role he was born to play with.
Yeah, and The Rock and Mankind in 98/99. That was fantastic. In fact, around this time, I think it was a couple days ago on this day, 1999 at the Royal Rumble in Anaheim, that I Quit match between Rock and Mankind for the WWF title, the I Quit match.
Yeah, where The Rock had hit Mankind with 11 chair shots to the skull.
He just brutalized. He gave an absolute beating to Mankind.
Yeah.
Not just chair shots, not just a people's elbow on the steel chair, and not just tossing Mankind off a high railing and through electric stuff. Not just that, but he just brutalized, and I mean he brutalized Mankind.
Yeah.
So bad. It was fantastic. And the Roman, it's just like he's doing so good right now. And when he eventually turns babyface again, he's probably going to be the biggest babyface in the company at the time when that happens.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the other day, do you think Roman would be booed if there were fans right now?
He would have been booed for the right reasons if there were fans.
Yeah. And by the way, Roman is better than Charlotte, by the way, guys. Don't at me. Clowns, Roman is better than Charlotte. Don't at me. Not long ago, he put over Apollo Crews in 45 seconds, and Charlotte did for 6 years, at least 6 years on the main roster.
Yep.
And Roman still continues to be the best thing, and Roman still continues to be selfless. Yet Charlotte is no selling shit. We're gonna go over that later on. Believe us, we're gonna go off on that.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, a good segment to open SmackDown from last week. So moving on, we get Sami Zayn stomping down into the ringside area with his filming crew, his cameraman crew. Sami then has handcuffs with him, and he handcuffs himself to the barricade. And then after this, we go to the break. Then coming back from the break, Sami Zayn then announces that he is declaring himself for this year's men's Royal Rumble match. Sami then starts to rant about losing to Apollo Crews from the previous week. Asuka's music hits, and then she walks out on the ramp. And then she is soon joined by Charlotte Flair. And then when this happens, Sami looks unappalled. And then we get the next match, the Riot Squad, Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan with Billie Kay versus Charlotte Flair and Asuka. So before we get into this, Sami Zayn announced.
Before that.
Well, I was going to say.
The Riot Squad, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott got a jobber's entrance, by the way.
And we're going to talk about them also. They're also in the Rumble, by the way. It was announced
they got a
tag match.
Yeah, they got a jobber's match. They got a jobber's entrance.
Well, not a jobber's match, but a jobber's entrance.
Yeah, a jobber's entrance.
Yeah. Jobber's entrance.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. But Charlotte can get an entrance in Pyro.
Oh.
Unreal. Charlotte, honey, please go back to Raw where you belong. We don't need you on this show.
No one wants you on this show to begin with.
Yeah. And the Riot Squad after this tag match, well, before we talk about the Riot Squad and the Royal Rumble, but Sami Zayn, and before we talk about this women's tag match, non-titles, not for the women's tag titles, before we talk about that, Sami Zayn announces himself for the Royal Rumble. I'm in the Rumble, guys. I have breaking news. Breaking news, guys. I am in the Royal Rumble. I'm going to enter the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Rumble. And I'm going to main event WrestleMania. I'm going to enter at number 30, and I'm going to win the whole damn thing.
You enter at number 30?
Yep, number 30.
Where? Where number 30? No, I will enter the Royal Rumble at number 30 and toss your fat ass over the top rope.
I don't know, man. It should be down to the two of us, at least in the Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will eliminate you and I will win the match and laugh at you.
I don't know. It should be down to the two of us, but it might be me tossing you over the top rope and going to WrestleMania.
No, I will toss you over the top rope.
We'll see. We'll see, but joking aside. All joking aside, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, all joking aside, Ricochet and Drew Gulak have to qualify for the Rumble, but Sami Zayn and AJ Styles and who else?
Jeff Hardy.
Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, John Morrison, The Miz. Those guys, they announce themselves to the Rumble and they're qualified. Yet Ricochet and Drew Gulak have to qualify.
Awful.
Do you know how fucked up that is?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and they had Adam Pearce used Adam Pearce as a scapegoat to have him go on Twitter and announce why people can announce themselves to the Rumble, but others have to qualify. You know that, right? They used Adam Pearce as a legit scapegoat.
Yeah, when Vince McMahon himself should be the one speaking. Explain that.
Because according to Vince, God forbid he's wrong.
Yeah. You do realize that in a few weeks' time, he's going to have his 4th quarterly earnings meeting with his shareholders.
His 4th yearly quarterly conference calls.
Yeah.
Well, WrestleMania 37, where it's going to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time, where WrestleMania is about making new stars. We don't oversaturate WrestleMania each year 90% of the time with part-timers. We don't have young talent look bad against the part-timers. Part talents like Goldberg make people look good. We on Monday nights we are doing the best we can. We're putting on quality television for 3 hours on USA Network, says Vince McMahon.
Lies.
What excuse will Vince come up with that time for the quarterly earnings conference call? I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder.
You know he's going to try and come up with some lies.
Yeah, he's going to come up with a fucking excuse because he doesn't want
a bunch of excuses.
Yeah.
Because Vince hates being wrong.
Yeah.
He especially hates being wrong to Triple H, but Vince hates it anyways when he's wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Sami Zayn announces himself for the Royal Rumble. Do you think he's a Final Four in the Rumble with Daniel Bryan at least?
I think. Maybe.
What is your prediction for the Final Four for the Men's Rumble? I know who I'm picking for the women's one.
Well, I'm gonna have for the men Nakamura, Daniel Bryan, Keith Lee, and Sheamus. Or Sami Zayn maybe, if not
Cesaro.
I mean, well, any of these 6 could be in the final 4.
It could be Cesaro or final 6, final 4.
Yeah,
It could be Cesaro.
This could be your final 6. Zayn, Bryan, Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sheamus to Keith Lee.
Their final 6, yeah, that's not a bad final 6 at all.
Yeah,
not a bad final 6, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then the women, I would pick Rhea Ripley as a dark horse, definitely Rhea Ripley a dark horse. I expect her to be in the women's rumble this year. I expect her to get called up.
Will be.
Yeah, no question about it. She's done everything there is to do in NXT. Nothing left for her to do down there. So Ripley to the main roster is inevitable.
Yeah.
Bayley, Bianca, I think should definitely be in the final 4. In fact, I think Bayley and Bianca should be the first 2 in the women's rumble.
Well, speaking of that, they actually.
Well, let's talk about that in the Raw review part of this video.
Well, okay.
Let's do that. And yes, guys, this one video right here, folks. There's this one video right here. It's gonna be reviewing SmackDown, which we're obviously doing right now. Right after this, in this very same video, we're gonna review Raw right after SmackDown from last week, and reviewing Raw right after from this past Monday, but from last night. But anyways, enough shenanigans with the final 4, the men's and women's rumbles. But moving on, the Riot Squad with Billie Kay versus Charlotte Flair and Asuka. When I see Charlotte, I think people, do people do this when Charlotte appears?
Yep.
Correct.
Shout out,
but
Sami
Charlotte's
Zayn.
the greatest of all time, man. Why do people shit on Charlotte often, man? She's athletic. She's better than Sasha Banks and Bayley, man. You know, Bully Ray said that not long ago on Busted Show Radio.
Yeah, this clown. Yes, Bully Ray, ECW, WWE, and Impact Wrestling legend, Bully Ray.
Yeah, earlier today, I read on my Twitter from NewDQ.com and from Busted Show Radio, Bully Ray shills Charlotte again. And Bully Ray was defending Charlotte not long ago. Bully Ray was defending Charlotte not long ago. You'd think Bully Ray would learn. What does he do? He
makes it even worse.
He defends Charlotte and shills and defends Charlotte again.
What an idiot.
Bully Ray, I like it, but Bully Ray, I like him, but he just doesn't learn.
My God.
Just doesn't learn.
My God. Bully Ray, I know you're a legend.
How many concussions has Bully Ray gotten over his wrestling career?
Oh my God.
How many tables did he go through?
Oh my God. How many ladders did the Hardy Boys hit him with before he did the podcast with his 2 other clown friends?
Tommy Dreamer, Tommy Dreamer and Mark Henry, though. Mark Henry, I don't know about him as of late because of his recent stuff with Ryback, and Ryback's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, well, hopefully Mark Henry's gotten better there. But Tommy Dreamer, God, my God. Don't get me started.
How many kendo stick shots did he take from the Sandman back in his ECW days?
Yeah, before he records Busted Open Radio.
Yeah. And yet Tommy Dreamer, and I know Adam, and you know Tommy Dreamer's and Bully Ray, Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer, Adams and the Shove It Squad's good old buddy Bully Ray, and another good old buddy of ours, Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah. Hosting the 2 biggest shills in the industry.
I wonder if Bully Ray wants to be Bully Ray in WWE.
I wonder if Bully Ray wants one last run in WWE as Bully Ray.
I wonder if Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer want to be in the Royal Rumble this Sunday.
Yeah, because they shield the WWE and they love that WWE schlong.
Yeah.
My God.
Anyways.
Because they don't know any better when they're on their podcast.
Yeah. And yet you'll get people, and yet you'll get geeks defending Charlotte, just like Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer do. Oh, but Charlotte's the greatest of all time, man.
Well, I haven't heard.
Charlotte's the queen. She's supposed to be undefeatable, man.
Undefeatable where?
Charlotte's the best, man. Charlotte, Sasha, and Bayley are not even close to Charlotte, man. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Sure.
In fact, as far as I'm concerned, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bayley made Charlotte.
They did.
Because without Becky, Sasha, and Bayley, who the hell is Charlotte?
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard anything about Tommy Dreamer defending Charlotte, but he might as well be. Without even telling us.
But Bully Ray defending Charlotte.
My God. Well, Tommy Dreamer, I'm sure he's going to defend Charlotte, but I'm sure he's defending Charlotte, but the reports will not say that, and Tommy Dreamer does not want to get the heat on him.
Yeah, but Bully Ray defends Charlotte, saying that people criticize Charlotte way too much, and she's athletic. She's one of the greatest of all time. She's not.
My God.
And to say Charlotte's better, and to say Charlotte is better than Bayley and Sasha is laughable.
Absolutely laughable.
When Charlotte's not in it for the betterment, like Charlotte, she's not in it for the betterment of the women's division. She's only in it for herself. Sasha and Bayley, however, are in it for the betterment of the division. They actually give a shit.
Yeah, Charlotte, forget about it. The woman is more concerned about her fucking batteries.
And Charlotte's nothing but a selfish and spoiled brat. Sasha and Bayley, you never see them go out there and sell and just bury talent and make them look bad. You never see Sasha and Bayley go out there and just make talent look bad. They actually make talent. Sasha Banks and Bayley and Becky Lynch, they actually make talent the best that they possibly could out there. Charlotte, forget about it.
They make them look like stars.
Yeah, Becky, Sasha, and Bayley, they go in there and they make people look good and they put people over. Charlotte, who is she putting over?
Zero.
She even refused to put Rhea Ripley over at WrestleMania 36 when Rhea was supposed to go over, whether it was a triple threat or one-on-one.
Yeah.
We said that not long ago, one of my videos, or I said that not long ago on my videos here in the channel. But anyways, Charlotte, I can't stand her, and it's like, and you know Charlotte and Asuka is inevitable. You know that's coming.
It's inevitable. They might as well book the match already.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Just do the match now. We all know what's going to happen anyways. And really, and when that happens, and when the inevitable happens, and when Charlotte buries Asuka with the WrestleMania review, I know, Adam, you'll come on here and you'll be like, and I would have to agree with you. Is there any reason for us to get upset?
Yeah.
It's on it, seriously.
Yeah, would we have been predicting this for months?
I believe, Adam, you've predicted this since what, September?
Yep.
It's coming. Watch Charlotte face Asuka for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania 37 with Charlotte burying Asuka. Watch.
Again.
The Charlotte agenda is real, folks. If you don't see that, open your fucking eyes. So we have this match here, Riot Squad versus Charlotte and Asuka. Flair and Asuka work over Riot. Kay then gets on the apron and distracts Flair. Flair then grabs Kay by the hair. Morgan surprises Flair with a sliding drop kick. Crossbody off the top by Morgan for a near fall. And then we got the Riot Squad taking over Flair. And now I'm watching this match. There was one spot. Ruby Riott tries to do a head scissors on Charlotte. Charlotte no-sells this. Do you know why we hate Charlotte? Do you see why we hate Charlotte Flair? Ruby Riott in this match does a head scissors on Charlotte. Charlotte no-sells it. And then Charlotte no-sells the head scissors.
Oh, by the way, you know what was worse? Three times in this match, Charlotte was kicking out from a pinfall at one.
Is Charlotte on the steroids?
Yeah, she was kicking out of a Ruby Riott / Liv Morgan pinfalls at one.
Yep, that too. Is Charlotte Flair on the steroids? Is that why she's kicking out at 1?
I'm assuming.
Is she on roids? I mean, look at her from 2013 when she started in NXT in 2013, and then look at Charlotte now. Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Look at Charlotte Flair from 2013, and then look at Charlotte Flair now. She's like half her size right now.
Yeah. Legitimately.
She probably is on steroids. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
is she on steroids?
Or do women even take steroids?
I doubt it. I don't know if Charlotte does though.
They can't.
No, there's no way they can't. But would you be? But is Charlotte possibly on steroids? I don't know.
I won't be surprised.
I don't know if she is. She might be. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Charlotte kicks out at 1. Yes, and then she no-sells a head scissors from Ruby Riott. Yeah. Good way. Yeah. Some disrespect to Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some good respect you got there for Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair. Yeah. What a way to make Ruby Riott look bad. Bullshit.
Yeah, but Charlotte is the greatest of all time, says the fucking idiots. That says Busted Open Radio.
Yeah, and yet the geeks will say, oh, but Charlotte is the best, man. Sure.
Yeah, the Charlotte is the best.
She no-sells a head scissors, makes Ruby Riott look bad. Awful.
Yeah.
She makes Morgan and Riott look bad. Terrible.
But Charlotte is the greatest of all time, says Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, Bully Ray wants to say Charlotte's the greatest and better than Sasha and Bayley. Sure, Charlotte's better than Sasha and Bayley. Sure.
Yeah, sure she is, Mr. Bully Ray.
Continue to shill Charlotte Flair, Bully Ray. Continue to shill.
Yeah. My God.
Continue to shill Charlotte, Bully Ray. And then we get Asuka tagged in. She clears the ring. She almost locks into Asuka lock. Morgan drives Asuka into the corner to break it. Riott tags in and rolls up Asuka, but Kay is on the apron. This is your weekly reminder. Billie Kay sucks.
Oh.
Billie Kay is terrible.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be idiots come on Twitter saying, Billie Kay is funny. She's great. You don't know anything, man. Billie Kay is talented. You're just a hater.
Fuck out of here.
Billie Kay can't wrestle. She's awful. She is terrible. Get her out. I mean, I don't mind her as a manager, but just get her out of the fucking. But just don't have her wrestle. She is god awful.
Yeah.
She sucks.
My God.
Billie Kay sucks. So then Billie Kay is distracted. She's on the apron. She distracts the ref. Asuka escapes, then hits a code breaker. But before the Charlotte tags herself in. Code breaker by Asuka. Natural selection by Charlotte. And Charlotte pins Ruby. 1, 2, 3. And Charlotte Flair and Asuka beat the Riott Squad.
Awful.
Ugh. Can we get Charlotte off the show, please? And can we please have the Riott Squad or an NXT team beat Charlotte and Asuka, please? Please.
Off. And this was legitimately your women's tag team title match, and you're giving it away on SmackDown television via non-title match.
Yeah. Another thing. The Riott Squad should be the tag team champs right now. They've actually been winning matches. They should be the women's tag champs right now. Charlotte and Asuka, we all know that's coming for the Raw Women's title. We all know that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Just give the Riott Squad the tag team titles or give an NXT women's team the tag titles. Because we all know, just give the Riott Squad the titles or give an NXT female team the titles, because we all know Charlotte versus Asuka at WrestleMania 37 for the Raw Women's titles coming. We all know it's fucking coming, Adam. We all know it's inevitable. Charlotte and Asuka will face each other for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania 37. Charlotte will win her 13th women's title?
I lost count.
And then Charlotte will bury Asuka for a third time, and goodbye, Asuka. It's coming.
Yeah. It's just gonna happen. We're seeing it.
Awful. And then you want to know why we hate Charlotte, and then you want to know why we don't like Charlotte Flair for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Then you want to know why. But yeah, and Charlotte, they wanted to break Ric Flair's record so bad.
By the way, isn't Asuka the Raw Women's Champion? Why couldn't she have gotten a pinfall victory?
Oh, but Asuka's the Raw Women's Champion, man. Asuka can't eat the pin, man. She's a Raw Women's Champion, man.
Who cares? Do they even does Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, Bruce Pritchard, do they even care about champions? Or why couldn't Asuka got the pinfall victory and win the match?
Or if Asuka and Charlotte were gonna win, why couldn't Asuka pin Ruby instead of Charlotte pinning Ruby or Morgan?
Yeah, is it Asuka the Raw Women's Champion?
At least Asuka is not in there. At least Asuka is not like Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It would have been worse if Charlotte pinned Ruby or Morgan, but Riot or Morgan pinned by Asuka, it probably would not have been as bad. It would have been. It would have been bad, but not as bad like as Charlotte pinning Ruby or Morgan. That would have been worse.
Yeah.
That would be worse. Then Charlotte will bury Asuka at Mania 37 for the Raw Women's title, and Charlotte will get her 13th title reign. I swear, they want Charlotte to break Ric Flair's record so bad. I swear.
Yeah.
Just because you have a bunch of title reigns doesn't make you the best. I'm sorry. It's not how many times you win the title, Adam. It's what you do with it that counts. Charlotte being a 12, 13-time women's champ means nothing.
Well, when you win a championship, it's all in the follow-up. It's all in the follow-up.
Being a 12, 13-time women's champ means absolutely nothing. And Ric Flair's record, 16-time world champion record, it's not real.
Yeah.
It's fake. Yet they want Charlotte to break her own father's record. Oh, nauseating. Absolutely nauseating. So then we go to the break. Then after the break, Billie Kay then tries to apologize to the Riot Squad for getting involved. Then Billie Kay says, and then the Riot Squad says they're not interested to Billie Kay. Riot and Morgan both say they're not interested. They both say to Kay that they're not interested. Both Riot and Morgan. Then Billie Kay says that, I talked to Sonya Deville and Ruby, Riot, and Liv Morgan. You're both in the Women's Rumble, says Billie Kay. So Ruby Riot's in the Rumble for the women, and so is Liv Morgan. And also announced the next morning, and then also this past Saturday, the next day after SmackDown last week, Tamina. Not announced on the show, but the next day, Tamina announced for the Rumble. Dead weight. Adam's favorite palm tree haircut, Tamina Snuka.
Tamina in a Royal Rumble match.
She was not announced for the Rumble. She was not announced for the Rumble during the show on SmackDown last week, but the next day she was on Saturday afternoon.
No, she will not last 5 minutes in the Royal Rumble match. I'm telling you,
she'll probably be one of the first people eliminated. I guarantee it.
She will be because Tamina in a 10-minute Royal Rumble match. My God,
spare us.
Yeah,
and like you said, Adam, I would agree with you. She'll probably be out in 10 seconds, easily.
Yeah, there's no way she'll last more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I would agree.
If she is, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. So then we get to the next in-ring segment with Daniel Bryan. He comes onto the ring. He's cutting a promo. Bryan talks about how important the uniqueness of the Royal Rumble match is to him, how important the Rumble match is to him. Bryan says the one thing he's never done in his career is win the Royal Rumble, says Daniel Bryan. Then Cesaro interrupts him. Cesaro says he is going to win the Rumble. Bryan says enough talking, they can fight right now. Cesaro then says no. Cesaro says he's tired of doing the same thing every week. He's already beaten Bryan. Cesaro then says he issues an open challenge for anyone who has already declared themselves for the Men's Royal Rumble this year. And out comes Adam's favorite idiot, Dolph Ziggler, and he accepts Cesaro's challenge. So we get then we get Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Adam, Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler. Adam's favorite idiot, Dolph Ziggler.
My good old buddy, Dolph Ziggler.
What was your reaction when Ziggler appeared on the screen?
Oh my God. I almost wanted to fall asleep.
Oh, but Ziggler is a talented in-ring performer, man. I'm not saying anything about his in-ring ability, but brains?
But brain cells? The guy looked. How many eggs was he making for Titus O'Neil before he even appeared on this show?
Titus wanted scrambled eggs instead of sunny side up,
Yeah, and Dolph Ziggler did not tell him that he was gonna appear on the show, and he went to the show without informing him.
Or Titus was like, I want scrambled, no sunny side up, but Ziggler said, "Fuck this, I'm going down to the ring to fight Cesaro here."
Yeah, well,
Titus was pissed when Ziggler left Titus catering, unnoticed.
Yeah,
Titus was pissed about that because Dolph Ziggler is Titus O'Neil's. Dolph Ziggler is the best egg cooker for Titus O'Neil and Titus catering.
Yeah,
and Dolph Ziggler makes the best scrambled eggs, any kind of eggs in town, and that's why Titus hired Dolph Ziggler as the best egg maker for Titus catering for Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, well, by the way, where was Bobby Roode?
Does he have COVID? I doubt he's hurt.
Yeah, well, is it he won half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions?
Yeah,
with Mr. Goofball.
Dolph Ziggler, yeah.
Yeah.
Where was Bobby Roode? Where was the Bobby Roode? Did he have COVID? What happened to him?
Was he not featured at all on this show? Was he backstage but not featured on this show?
Where was he?
Yeah. I don't know.
He? But we get Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler 1-on-1. We had Cesaro and Ziggler both trade submission hold attempts and pin attempts as well. We had both guys going for pin attempts, backslides, cradles, back and forth. We had then Cesaro then blessing Ziggler with a nasty European uppercut, which I will say Cesaro does some nasty uppercuts, man. One of my favorite moves with Cesaro was doing that mid-air European uppercut. Fucking nasty as hell, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nasty. It looks phenomenal.
Imagine taking a mid-air European uppercut from Cesaro.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he hits nasty European uppercut, which I always like from Cesaro. He's so damn good, man. Cesaro deserves better. He deserves to be pushed. Why is he not pushed?
Yeah, well, Daniel Bryan is in charge. Does he get pushed?
I hope. I'm not getting my hopes up, but I hope I'm proven wrong. Again.
Yeah, hopefully.
But Cesaro's too good to be wasted. And then we get Cesaro with the Cesaro swing on Ziggler. Cesaro then misses a shoulder block in the corner. Ziggler then rolls up Cesaro for a near fall. Since then Ziggler and Cesaro then both trade pin attempts again. Ziggler lands a zigzag. Ziggler then lands a zigzag, but Ziggler's too slow to capitalize. Cesaro kicks out from the zigzag. Ziggler then locks Cesaro on the sleeper. So Ziggler then puts Cesaro on the sleeper hold. Ziggler then tries a leapfrog, but is caught. Then Ziggler, and this is the finish of this match, and this looked cool. Ziggler tries a leapfrog, but Cesaro catches Ziggler in midair. Cesaro catches Ziggler in midair for a midair neutralizer, and 1, 2, 3, and Cesaro pins Dolph Ziggler.
That was a decent match, and the ending was cool.
And Ziggler hits a zigzag, and he's slow to capitalize.
Yeah.
Did Ziggler have a brain cell on that? Incorrect.
Yeah, no. No, he did not have.
He hit the zigzag. Yeah. And he couldn't capitalize quick enough.
Within 2 seconds, you should be already pinning your opponent.
Come on now.
My God. But but the champion loses clean on television.
Champion should not lose clean. A decent match.
Well,
Yeah, it was a decent. It was a decent match, but still, champion should not lose clean.
Yeah, well, yeah, legitimately.
Champion should not be losing clean in non-title matches. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. I don't care what it is. Champion should not be losing in non-title situations, period. Champion should not be losing, period, in non-title match situations. Champion should not be pinned. Champion should not be pinned. They should not be made to submit clean and in non-title match situations. Oh, but if this was Dynamite, you wouldn't shit on it, man. You wouldn't shit all over. If it was Dynamite, you defend it, man. No, he wouldn't.
No, he won't.
No, he wouldn't. Oh, but you're AEW shills, man. If this was Dynamite, you would defend this. You wouldn't shit all over it, man. If Dynamite had a champ lose clean, you wouldn't be shitting on it, man. Really.
Sure.
Oh, but Darby on the TNT chip lost clean in non-title situation. You weren't shitting on that, man. Did you? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. You morons.
Darby on was pinned clean, and we didn't, and we had a problem with that.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
So it's like, whether it's WWE, AEW, doesn't matter. The fucking promotion. Champion should not be losing clean. Decent match with Cesaro and Ziggler, but still, champion should not lose clean.
Now, could they have had Cesaro against, I don't know.
Now, I was thinking, when Cesaro issued this open challenge, I thought Nakamura was going to come out, or I thought Aleister Black was going to come out. There's rumors of him having plans. I'm not getting my hopes up with that. I'm not, but I hope I'm proven wrong with that. But
what plans? To continue having promos in the fucking closet?
Yeah, there's reports a while ago said Aleister Black has big plans for him for a re-debut. I'm not getting my hopes up on that. I'm not. Sure. I will see what happens, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
Sure, there will be some plans. Sure. Unless Daniel Bryan stands up there.
Well, I mean, if the rumors are true and Aleister Black has plans now, if the rumors are true, I would not be surprised if it's a Daniel Bryan move. Now, actually thinking back on it now, I think if Black would have came out, it probably would have made no sense because Black can't lose and Cesaro can't lose.
Yeah.
So probably if it would have been Black versus Cesaro, it probably would have made no sense, but neither guy can lose. Yeah. That's just me, but decent match with Ziggler and Cesaro, though champions should not be eating a pinfall clean or submission clean in non-title match situations. So, and also, before we move on to the next thing, quickly, Cesaro, he pins Daniel Bryan, then he pins Dolph Ziggler. Cesaro with a 2-week winning streak. Cesaro's starting to build some momentum. I like it. Your thoughts on that?
Well, that's interesting. Hopefully, Cesaro challenges one day for an Intercontinental Championship soon.
And I think Darwish, and I hope I would hope you're watching, and I hope you would watch this, Darwish. I believe Darwish and I chatted on Twitter, DM'd on Twitter a while ago. I think Darwish had a WrestleMania idea for an IC title this year. One of them being Big E versus Chad Gable or Big E versus Cesaro. Didn't Darwish? Yeah. I think Darwish mentioned something like that to me a while ago. Chad Gable or Cesaro fighting Big E at WrestleMania this year for the IC title.
He did. Then he did.
Yeah, I think he did, if not mistaken. But could we see Cesaro be in the Intercontinental title picture?
Maybe. I won't mind that.
I would not mind that at all. I mean, you could have Cesaro in the Intercontinental title picture. You could do Big E and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the IC title. You could do Big E and Cesaro, or Sami Zayn in there. I would not mind that. And him or Sami Zayn went back to IC title and do Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Mania for the IC title. Because after Reigns and Owens, what do you do with Owens? You're not going to do Owens and Rollins. We've seen it before already at last year's Mania. You're not going to do that again.
Yeah, you gotta have to keep his momentum going.
Yeah, or Owens and Big E. I don't know. Yeah. Apollo Crews. I don't know. He's with the Tribal Chief right now, and Paul Heyman right now. Paul Cruz as well. Maybe he's in the IC title picture at WrestleMania. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's the possibilities are endless, but it's going to be very interesting to see what they do.
Well, hopefully,
or maybe Nakamura's in the IC title picture. Who knows? I don't know what they do. It's going to be very, very interesting going into Mania. I'm telling you right now.
We'll have to find out very soon.
Yeah, but Cesaro on a win streak as of late, I like it. Hopefully, they continue his momentum. He beats Daniel Bryan clean in a good match from the previous week, not long ago. Then last week's SmackDown, he beats Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
And I think Cesaro announced himself for the Rumble as well, I think, beforehand.
Yeah,
I think Cesaro's in the Rumble as well. I expect him to be a dark horse in that thing.
Yeah.
So then we get the next match. It's an intergender match. SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks versus Reginald with Carmella. Reginald, the Kofi Kingston lookalike, as Adam would call Reginald.
Yeah.
Now, we had Carmella sitting at the commentary desk to drink some champagne. Reginald then gives Banks a rose. Banks tries to slap Reginald, but Reginald blocks it. Banks then slaps him with the other hand. Banks then tries a flying arm drag, but Reginald does a front flip and lands on his feet. Banks then tries to attack Reginald, but he is flipping and flying all over the ring. Banks then eventually lands a bulldog. Reginald misses an elbow. Banks lands a knee, and then Banks tries a crossbody off the top, but Reginald catches her. Banks then turns it into another arm drag. Reginald is then sent flying out of the ring. Banks then lands Meteora off the apron onto Reginald. Banks then slaps the champagne out of Carmella's hand. Banks then tries a backstabber, but Reginald hops up and lands on his feet. Banks then lands a head scissor into the bank statement, and then Reginald taps out to the bank statement, and then Reginald taps out to the bank statement, and the winner by submission, SmackDown Women's Champ, Sasha Banks. What are your thoughts on this intergender?
A match where a so-called wrestler cannot even throw a fucking punch.
Oh, but Ricochet is all flippy like Reginald. So are the Young Bucks, yet you don't shit on Ricochet and the Young Bucks, man. Johnny Gargano is all flippy, yet you don't shit on Johnny Gargano, man.
At least they can wrestle. At least they throw legit punches.
Yet you're shitting on Reginald. He could wrestle, man. Give him a chance, man. Have him throw a punch.
Have him throw a fucking punch. Or a fucking kick, at least.
If you claim he's good, have him go in there and throw a fucking punch.
Yeah. If he's not that good, why is he in the fucking ring to begin with?
I mean, he's athletic as fuck. I'll give him that. But
oh my God, have him throw
at least throw a punch. And I know some people, but males can't hit females, man. It's illegal for a man to hit a woman, man.
What? Where?
Unbelievable. These people.
My God.
These people.
Oh my God, what was even the purpose of this match, legitimately?
Yeah, people will say, oh, but you hate the indie midgets, man. Daniel Bryan's the same way, yet you don't shit on him, man. Yet you shit on Reginald, man. You want to know why we don't shit on Daniel Bryan?
Because at least he is legit.
That's a difference.
Yeah. Reginald, how many matches has he even wrestled before that?
Or better yet, ask this question. How many matches has Reginald wrestled against a man? None.
Yeah. 0.
Have him wrestle a male in the ring.
Or at least a fucking jobber.
Yeah. I don't know what your thoughts on. I don't know what your thoughts on this match was, but I was not really a fan of this.
Seriously, this is the best.
Reginald showed some good athleticism, but this match felt like a circus because all Reginald did was flips and no punches. That's why I felt like a circus with this match.
This is the best. Seriously, this is the best you got for Sasha Banks, really.
And Carmella, Sasha, we all know that's happening at the Rumble. Carmella's not winning that title.
Yeah, but seriously, this is the best you got for Sasha Banks at a match on SmackDown. Couldn't you have had her in a match against Natalya?
Well, but Sasha versus Natalya, nobody wants to see that, man.
Nobody wants to see that. For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake, she was not even on the fucking show.
And it's better than what we fucking got with Reginald.
Yeah, or Kofi Kingston lookalike.
Yeah. Or if you're gonna have Reginald out there, at least have him wrestle fucking males.
Yeah, or have him wrestle a scrub, a 90-pound jobber.
Exactly. Should not be having him out there wrestling an intergender match for Christ's sake.
If he was not gonna throw fucking punches.
Yeah, if you're gonna have him in an intergender match, have him at least throw punches. But males can't hit females, man. One explain to these clowns, Adam, with Tessa Blanchard and Sami Callihan.
Didn't Tessa Blanchard and Sami Callihan had 3 matches?
Oh, but Impact is different, man. Doesn't matter.
I don't care. It's a wrestling fucking promotion.
Yeah.
It happened live on national television on pay-per-view.
It fucking counts.
Yeah. You've seen male versus female there. And the male actually...
If you're going to do an intergender match, do it right.
And the male hit Sami Callihan, hit Tessa Blanchard with legit fucking punches.
Yeah. If you're going to do an intergender match, do it fucking right.
Yeah. And if you're not going to do it right, then don't book the fucking match.
If you're not going to do it right, with the intergender matches, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all.
Yeah.
And Sasha was not going to lose to Reginald. Come on.
Of course, she wasn't.
Thank God she won, but I wasn't really a fan of this. They could have done this better.
Yeah. They could have gone a segment instead of a fucking match.
Yeah, or at least have Reginald throw a punch. If you're going to do it, do it right. They could have done this. They could have done this better. They could have done this so much better. If you're going to do an intergender match, do it right. Or if you're not going to do an intergender match right, don't do it at all.
Yeah.
That's my take on all this. And yeah, Carmella, Sasha. And I know you said this is the best I have for Sasha. And we all know we're going to have Sasha and Carmella at the Rumble for the SmackDown Women's title. We all know that's happening. And there's no way Carmella's winning that title. Sasha is going into Mania this year as the SmackDown Women's champ. There's no way now that Carmella's going into Mania this year as the SmackDown Women's champ. There's no way.
Carmella's losing. She's losing. If she is at
when I think of WrestleMania, I don't think Carmella.
Yeah. Yeah, if Carmella's at WrestleMania, she'll be in a women's battle royal on a kickoff show.
For all we care. And the women's battle royal means nothing.
That will mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, the women's battle royal means nothing, just like the Andre the Giant battle royal. Carmella will be in the women's battle royal this year. This year, WrestleMania, the women's battle royal, Carmella will be in it as if we care.
Yeah, but
the women's battle royal means nothing, just like the Andre the Giant battle royal. And Sasha should be the one to go into Mania this year as the SmackDown Women's champ, whether she faces Bayley or whether she fights Bianca Belair.
Well, there's one last thing I will say. The Kofi Kingston lookalike is more serious than The Miz.
How sad is that? Now, not only Reginald or the Kofi Kingston lookalike, but also one guy from AEW, Brody Lee Jr., aka -1 or Brody Lee Jr. from AEW, who's the son of John Huber, who unfortunately passed away.
Yeah. At 9 years old, by the way, yeah.
He's not even 10 years old.
Yeah, Brody Lee Jr., the son of John Huber, Brody Lee, Luke Harper. The son of Luke Harper is 9 years old, and he's more serious on Dynamite than The Miz is as Mr. Money in the Bank on Monday Night Raw.
Reginald and Brody Lee Jr.
are more serious than the fucking Miz. And they're not even wrestlers.
And by the way, the Miz is a scrub on Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure if he realizes he's a Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's getting fed to people like Grand Metalik.
The Miz, the same guy who lost to Gwen Metalik clean on Raw not long ago via roll up in 3 minutes, lost to Gwen Metalik on Raw clean.
Yeah. Oh.
About in this, like somewhere in December last month. Lost to Gwen Metalik in 3 minutes clean via a fucking roll up.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
And then that same night he loses. And then that same night after he loses to Gwen Metalik on Raw, he's giving back the fucking briefcase.
Oh. Awful.
When he failed to cash in at TLC. Albert Morrison cashed it in for him, man. Well,
then why wasn't Morrison in the fucking match?
Better yet, why is Mr. and yet geeks, Albert Morrison cashed in for him, man? Then why have Miz as Mr. Money in the Bank? Why not give the briefcase to fucking John Morrison then?
Yeah, legitimately.
Miz and Morrison are treated like scrubs on Raw, guy. And by the way, guys, Miz and Morrison are scrubs on Raw. They're losers on Raw.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about them in the same video later on. Believe us.
Yeah.
What happened on Raw last night at the beginning? Believe us. We're gonna go off on that. So then, after this intergender match, we get Heyman backstage. He says he knew what Reigns was thinking. That's why he challenged Pierce. Reigns and says that's not what he wanted. That's not what he wanted Heyman to do. Heyman was just supposed to eviscerate Pierce verbally. Reigns tells Heyman that he represents him, so Heyman needs to be a man and face Pierce. Heyman is then stunned by this, and then Reigns walks away. And then we get the Intercontinental title match between Big E and Apollo Crews. And as soon as the bell rings, Crews charges in and gets belly-to-belly suplexes by Big E. Crews then rolls out to the apron. Big E lands a splash on the apron. Crews surprises Big E with an enziguri, pump kick by Crews. Crews gets a near fall after standing moonsault. Crews with German suplexes to Big E multiple times. Big E then elbows his way out of the last German. Crews then charges in again and runs right into a Uranagi in the corner. Crews then lands a moonsault outside of the ring. Crews then goes up top, but Big E cuts him off. Big E then attempts a superplex, but Crews fights out of it. Big E then hits the canvas hard. Then outside the ring, Sami Zayn then uncuffs himself. And then back in the ring, Crews lands a missile drop kick. Sami then hits the ring, and then he Helluva kicks Crews to cause a disqualification. So Apollo Crews wins by DQ. And then after this, Sami then blasts Big E with the Helluva kick as well. What are your thoughts, real quick, on this?
Well, that was awesome from Sami Zayn.
Do you think we get a triple threat for the ICE title between these three individuals at the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, which would be an awesome match if they let them go at it.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be better than Clash of Champions 2020 with a triple threat ladder match for the IC title with Jeff Hardy, Sami Zayn, and AJ Styles. I don't think it's going to be better than that, but it could be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know there's some people, why the DQ finish? The DQ finish is terrible with this. Big E is your Intercontinental Champion. He's not losing it, I don't think, anytime soon. And Apollo Crews is somewhat of a heel right now, right? With Paul Heyman and Apollo Crews, with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns right now, right?
Yeah, why would you have him lose?
So Big E can't lose and Apollo Crews can't lose.
Yeah, so you have to have Sami Zayn come out.
Yeah, and if you look back to SmackDown Christmas night with the last SmackDown of 2020, how Big E won the title from Sami in a lumberjack. Crews helped Sami win, so Sami didn't really lose that clean. Crews pretty much cost Sami the title.
Yeah.
So at least Sami has a case.
Yeah.
So triple threat for the IC title at the Rumble, I could see it. I think they should do it. It should not. Then if they do that match at the Rumble, it should not be on the pre-show. Or maybe they do this at Elimination Chamber or Fastlane. I don't know what they do with it.
We don't know.
But it should be good triple threat either way, in my opinion. And I think when Sami was handcuffed to the barricade, he had some sign as well.
Yeah, he had signs. Hashtag justice for Sammy.
Yeah, which I kind of
Yeah,
chuckled at.
Sammy, we need justice every Monday night while we're watching Raw.
And how Raw wastes our time for 3 fucking hours every single Monday night.
Yeah, we'll need justice after Bill Goldberg wins the WWE Championship.
I hope not. I hope not. Please,
we'll
no.
need justice. We'll need justice if he wins the championship.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
So then we get Owens moving on. Then Kevin Owens is sent in a videotaped statement. I think he was in his car. He was cutting a really good promo here. This was a very good promo for Kevin Owens. He said Owens himself reveals that Reigns had him barred from the building. Owens then says it doesn't matter because at the Royal Rumble, Reigns won't be able to pull any strings, and Owens at the Rumble will be the last man standing. Very good promo by Kevin Owens, man.
Well, he always cuts a good promo.
It's going to be a good last man standing at the Rumble between Reigns and Owens, but what do you do with Owens after this? I hope they continue his momentum. After the Rumble, it's it. They would be foolish to not continue his momentum. I mean, whether he's the world champ or not, at least have him in the main event scene, titles or non-title. At least have him strong and then a main event scene. You know?
Yeah.
Because he's too good to just be wasted to the side like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that. And then we went to backstage. Street Profits are asking Sonya Deville for their rematch against Ziggler and Rude for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Deville then says they definitely deserve a rematch, but since Ford is not 100%, it would not be smart to put him in the ring just yet. Deville then says they should just hang out backstage and do their funny stuff and hype up SmackDown. And then when Ford is 100%, then they'll get the rematch. Then Ford and Dawkins then begrudgingly agree. Dawkins then gives Deville a fruit basket. And then before this, Deville says, Ford, you rest up. I'm sure I'm going to give other teams on SmackDown an opportunity. And I laughed my ass off. What? What are you talking about, Sonya Deville? Other tag teams on SmackDown? There are no tag teams on SmackDown. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Miss Sonya Deville. I like you, Sonya Deville, but I don't know what you're talking about there.
Other tag teams? Where are these other tag teams on SmackDown?
Sonya, I like you, but other tag teams? Where?
Where are they?
Are there teams we never even watched before? I'd love to know.
My God, we love you, Sonya, but for God's sake, where are these new tag teams? Are they tag teams that we never watched before?
Here's a solution. Here's a solution, folks. Merge the tag team divisions. You don't have any tag teams right now on both Raw and SmackDown. Merge the tag team divisions. If you have a shitload of teams, and I mean if you have a shitload of teams, and I mean a shitload of teams, if you had a shitload of teams, and I mean a shitload of teams, then it's okay for a second tag division and a second tag title. Same thing with the women. But there's no tag teams right now.
Yeah.
There's no tag teams right now. Look who they have. Look who they have on the Raw tag division and the SmackDown tag division. Look who they have.
They have the same fucking division. They have the same number of tag teams.
Yeah, there's like 2 on Raw, 2 on SmackDown. That's not a division.
Yeah, this is not what we call a fucking division.
And they never should have broke up Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, they never should have broken up Heavy Machinery. They never should have even released the ALP.
Yeah, they should have kept Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah, and instead of releasing
they released Gallows and Anderson, but they put Big Jordan or / Omos with AJ Styles on Raw. That makes no sense.
Awful. All because Vince McMahon wanted to look good in front of his shareholders.
in the spring of last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Vince hates being wrong.
Yeah.
And then it's like type of machinery. They sent Tucker to Raw. What the fuck is he doing on Raw? Nothing.
Where is he? Is he
He's on main event on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, on main event he's losing to Drew Gulak, I think, or losing to Humberto.
Yeah, main event, a show that nobody fucking watches.
Yeah, and you do what with Otis? You put him in another tag team.
I like Otis and Gable, but it's not the same like Heavy Machinery. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm hearing rumors of Jason Jordan probably getting cleared to wrestle again. I hope he gets. I hope he's cleared. I really do. Can we get Chad Gable back with American Alpha? I like Gable and Otis, but it's not the same. It really isn't.
Now, can we get Otis on Monday Night Raw?
But give Otis and Gable a chance, man.
But what have they done? What have they done on this show?
And at the end of the day, it's not the same. It is the same, man. It's not the same.
Where is it the same? Do they even have any history in the fucking ring?
Oh, but Otis and Chad Gable are best friends in real life, man. Okay, but is it this? But still, is it the same like American Alpha and Heavy Machinery? No.
Nope.
No. Can we get Tucker back with Otis, please?
Yeah, can we send Tucker back to SmackDown or send Otis to Monday Night Raw and have him reunite with Tucker?
Yeah, or probably send Otis to Raw because they have no fucking teams.
Yeah, there's no tag team.
Jason Jordan, you might as well put him on SmackDown and reunite him with Chad Gable. SmackDown could use teams.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing rumors of DH David Art Smith leaving New Japan, possibly returning to WWE. And Tyson Kidd on Instagram months ago posted something on Instagram about with him. It was a Instagram video. Tyson Kidd posted on Instagram months ago of Tyson Kidd in the ring running the ropes and taking bumps. Could Tyson Kidd be cleared?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. If Daniel Bryan can come back and if Edge can come back, so can Sting. And if Sting can come back, so can Paige, Jason Jordan, and Tyson Kidd.
Yeah.
Or how about reuniting American Alpha on SmackDown? How about bringing the Hart Dynasty to SmackDown? You know, Natalya is boring on her own. She is. I don't care what anyone says. Natalya is boring on her own.
Yeah, have her with her husband Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith.
Again, SmackDown could use some babyface teams, and if Rude and Ziggler are the SmackDown Tag Champs right now, I mean the Usos are coming back, but I mean Jimmy Uso should be back this month or next month, but that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, you'll only have 3 tag teams:
the Usos, Street Profits, and Rude and Ziggler. Oh, but there's the Mysterios, man. Yeah, but Mysterio these days has been pretty much wrestling singles. And is Dominic Mysterio even ready right now? Send him to NXT by himself. Have an NXT Cruiserweight title. Dominic Mysterio by himself or Santos Escobar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Legado del Fantasma. Have them wrestle Rey Mysterio on SmackDown.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, we can talk about these.
I mean, Santos versus Mysterio, that's money waiting to happen.
Yeah. Legitimately.
Something like that. Or just send Dominic Mysterio to NXT by himself, have him wrestle Santos Escobar for the Cruiserweight title, the same title where his father, Rey Mysterio, made that title famous.
Yeah.
It tells history in itself. Oh, but there's the Mysterios in the SmackDown Tag Division, man. Mysterio's been wrestling by himself with Dominic at ringside as of late.
Yeah, and the Mysterios, they haven't even appeared on television for God knows how many weeks.
Well, Mysterio and Dominic, Rey and Dominic appeared last week, but it's like, but Dominic's pretty much been managing Rey as of late. If you ask me. But anyways, moving on. We then have the next in-ring segment. Or no, not in-ring segment. Yeah, well, might as well next segment. Ultimate Athlete Obstacle Course. Ultimate Athlete Obstacle Course. Bayley versus Bianca Belair. So we have this tire thing with the obstacles. We have something like where you jump over the fence things and then lifting Gable and Otis. We'll get to that shortly. Then the basketball thing with the obstacle course. And here and now, watching this, you remember NXT season 1, 2, 3, and 4, the 2010 NXT? I don't want to give you nightmares of that. Remember that NXT, Adam? He had the obstacle course challenge where he had to drink a beverage with NXT season 1. He had Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, David Otunga, Daniel Bryan, Skip Sheffield, Michael Tarver, and Darren Young. Remembered that? NXT season 1, the game show NXT from 2010, where it was all had these stupid challenges, obstacle course challenge, keg carry challenge, talk challenge, rock'em sock'em challenge. Remember that? Remember that?
This is what reminded me of.
Where you have to do like 10 push-ups in a fucking box. Like, come on. You could do push-ups anywhere. You don't have to do it in a fucking box. In a fucking tape. In a box, in a taped area, and it's somewhere taped that looks like a box. Come on. Then you have to do a balance beam. Just stupid. Stupid. Ugh. And then it's like you do like a joke off or talent show, talk the chalk challenge, like cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
Dumb. Stupid.
Oh my God.
This reminded me of NXT season 1.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be reminded of that. Yeah. Remember you had Eli Cottonwood at NXT season 2? Do you remember that tall guy?
Well, we could talk about that, but
remember Titus O'Neil in the keg carry in 2010 where he almost hit his head right in the post.
Yeah, my God.
Where he's carrying the keg, he's like, and then he spun.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyways, this obstacle course thing. Bayley, Bianca Belair. Bayley's telling Michael Cole to hit the bricks. Bayley then describes the course to Belair. Bayley then has enlisted the help of the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis, for the fireman's carry portion of the challenge. Bayley then says she is going first. Bayley then struggles to lift the 400-pound tire on the stage ramp. Bayley then doesn't climb the military walls. She just goes around them like a zigzag and out of the cones, like zigzagging around cones, like orange cones, you know.
Yeah.
Then Bayley struggles to carry Gable and falls at the end. Bayley then misses the basketball shot but gets it the second time. Bayley's time is 1 minute and 12 seconds. Bayley then says she has the EST up. The course is first. I mean, the course first. The course. Bayley then says she has the EST up the course first. Belair then is up, and she breezes through everything in this obstacle course. Gable then tells Belair she has to lift Otis. And so Bianca Belair, she's lifting Otis. On her shoulders is Bianca Belair. And she does this without breaking her back. And I swear, it's like she carries Otis like nothing. I'm not kidding you guys. I kid you not.
Legitimately.
Bianca must be that fucking strong. Imagine if Bianca could lift 500 pounds of the Big Show.
My God.
Bianca, like how heavy is Otis? Like what, 400 pounds at least? About?
Well, I think Otis is he's
370?
30 pounds. He's 330 pounds.
I think. Let me look up. Otis.
He's 330. Wait. He's 330.
Yeah. Otis Doshevic. Wait. 330 pounds, yeah. 400 pounds of Otis is lifted by Bianca Belair.
Legitimately.
Bianca must be that fucking strong. Imagine if Bianca's able to lift the fucking Big Show. If Bianca lifts the Big Show, I'll be like, I've seen it all.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the Big Show, this guy.
The big show, the big slow.
Yeah, imagine if he gets lifted up by Bianca Belair. That would be intriguing.
Yeah, that would be impressive.
Yeah.
So, but Bianca's lifting Otis, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So then, so Belair is lifting Otis. So Belair lifts Otis up on her shoulders easily, picks Otis up easily, carries Otis easily. Then Belair picks up the basketball and tells Bayley to come get it. Belair then breaks Bayley's ankles and dunks the basketball with a slam dunk, as Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or LeBron James would do. Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul. On this day a year ago, Kobe Bryant unfortunately passed away at 41. So, tribute to Kobe Bryant. Thought I'd say that. One of the greatest NBA legends of all time, Kobe Bryant. Shame, it sucks that he passed away last year in that helicopter crash, and he was 41. But, anyways, so then Belair beats Bayley's time by 17 seconds, and then Bayley gets mad at this and hits Belair in the stomach with the basketball. Bayley then beats Belair down. Then Bayley sends Belair into the basketball hoop shoulder, first. Then as Bayley walks away, Belair is left in a heap, screaming while clutching at her shoulder. And then that was that. What are your thoughts on this obstacle course as a whole?
I don't want to see another obstacle course challenge on television again.
I thought it was cheesy. It was, I mean, it was cheesy. I know some people say it wasn't that bad. I mean, you can like it, you can hate it. It's your opinion. It was cheesy. It was not that bad, and that was based off the fact Bianca was able to lift up Otis. And that was probably the highlight of this obstacle course thing. But all in all, I wasn't really a fan of this much.
Yeah, but seriously, who wants to see fucking obstacle course contests? We already know how good Bianca Belair is.
Yeah. But all in all, this obstacle course thing, I was not really a fan of it much.
We already know how good Bayley and Bianca are. Why have them in this fucking competition?
Oh, but you gotta cater to the casuals, man. They don't know who Bianca Belair is, man. They don't watch NXT, man.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. You do realize this obstacle course thing, you do realize this caters to a very casual audience who doesn't know shit about pro wrestling.
Yeah, who should not even be watching.
We know how strong Bianca is, but the casuals who don't know anything about pro wrestling, this segment here, this literally caters to the fucking casuals.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would you say it was the worst segment? I don't know if I'd say worse than the karaoke. I don't know, but I was not a fan of this.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't worse. It wasn't.
Definitely not worse than the karaoke. I don't know how you get worse than the karaoke segment. Remember that.
It can't. Well, but we're going to get worse than that one very soon this year.
I wonder, or like a Lacey Evans, Ric Flair wedding. Please no.
Oh my God! Don't give them ideas.
But knowing Monday Night Raw, man, I would not put it past them.
Oh my God!
Seriously, awful, absolutely awful. But
seriously, I don't want to see another basketball contest on my wrestling show. If you want to see basketball, watch the NBA.
Yeah, or if you're an NBA fan, yeah.
Yeah, or if you're an NBA fan and you want to watch basketball on a wrestling show, this is the show for you. And this is the segment for you.
Yeah, but I would not say it's the worst segment of the year, but I was not a fan of this. That's just me. I mean, we had the highlight, probably the only highlight of this thing, Otis being lifted by Bianca, which was impressive. But other than that, I did not like this at all. Moving on. And before we move on, also, and with the Women's Rumble this Sunday, I would do the first two entrants for the Women's Rumble to Sunday at the Rumble. Bailey be 1 or 2 and Bianca be 1 or 2. And they're the first two in the Women's Rumble and the last two in the Women's Rumble. And we see who the best is.
She was in 2020.
What?
Well, you have Bianca's number 2, like she was in the 2020 Women's Rumble match.
Yeah. And who do you think? And you have Bailey and Bianca the first two win, the last two in the match.
Yeah.
We have one of those two win. And I know your pick, Adam, is Bailey. I'm going Bianca.
I will win. When we pick anyone, I at the end of the day win.
I mean, I'm picking Bianca, but I would not mind Bailey either.
Yeah.
Oh, but you need to crown Bianca at WrestleMania, man. If you do it SummerSlam, it's too late, man.
How is it too late? It's one of your biggest shows of the year.
There's a thing called, what's that P word?
Patience.
Be patient. You don't need to rush Sasha versus. You don't need to rush Sasha versus Bianca. You don't need to rush that.
Well, Bianca is only 3 months on SmackDown, and she wasn't even on television for 6 months on Monday Night Raw when she was there.
And she's only early in her SmackDown run. I think it may be too early.
Yeah.
You may not want to give her the title just yet, or have her fight Sasha for the title just yet. I think it may be too soon. Yeah. But Bailey and Bianca, I think, should be the first two entrants in the Women's Rumble on Sunday. The first two win and the last two in the Women's Rumble on Sunday at the Rumble. Yeah. That's my prediction and thing on that. But anyways, Adam, you pick Bailey. I'm picking Bianca, though I would not mind Bailey.
Yeah, but don't forget about Rhea Ripley. She's a dark horse.
Yeah, I mean, she's inevitable for the main roster, but Rhea definitely a dark horse in the Women's Rumble, no doubt.
Well, she could be the one winning it, for all we know.
I mean, she could win it. Who knows? She could win it. But Adam.
Then you could have, if Rhea wins the Royal Rumble, maybe you could have Bianca Bailey enter the Women's Elimination Chamber and see who faces Sasha at WrestleMania. You know,
could do that. That would probably not be bad. Yeah. But anyways, Adam, you're picking Bailey, and Adam's like, and I'm gonna be right.
Yeah, because I'm always right. In fact, fun fact, we do predictions, by the way. I always win.
Yeah, it's true. That is true, folks. But though I'm picking Bianca, though if Bailey wins, I would not be mad at that, because I think there's plenty left with Sasha versus Bailey. Oh, but we've seen Sasha versus Bailey already after Hell in a Cell. It's over between those two, man. There's much left on the table.
There's much left.
Oh, but they gave all they had, man.
They gave all they had. Fuck out.
There's much left on the table with Sasha versus Bailey. Plus, Sasha would get her first Mania win, and Bailey would put her over. Something that Charlotte doesn't do. Charlotte doesn't put people over.
Yeah, at least Sasha will finally have her first WrestleMania win. Whether it's if she's facing Bianca, Sasha will lose again and be 5-0.
Those Sasha versus Bianca, though Bianca versus Sasha will be a good match, but at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, Sasha will be 0-5. I said 5-0. Well, we wish Sasha was 5-0 at WrestleMania instead of the fucking opposite.
And by the way, Sasha Banks' birthday today, by the way. Happy birthday to Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's Champ, by the way.
Yeah. 5-0 at WrestleMania.
29th birthday.
5-0 at WrestleMania for Sasha. We wish it was that case instead of the fucking opposite.
Yeah,
but if you have Sasha Bianca at WrestleMania, Sasha will be 0-5. We'll lose again.
A good match with Sasha versus Bianca at Mania this year for the SmackDown Women's title. Good match, yeah. Would it be a good match? Yes, but would it be a good match? Yes, but at the same time as well, Sasha would lose.
Yeah, Sasha will lose again at WrestleMania, and she will be 0-5. But if you have Bailey in the match against Sasha, I mean, Bailey has 2 WrestleMania wins, I think, correct? She has 2 wins at WrestleMania.
I think WrestleMania 33 and WrestleMania 36. Yeah, she does have 2 wins at Mania.
Where she successfully defended the Raw and the SmackDown Women's Championships. One at WrestleMania 33 with the Raw Women's title, and then the SmackDown Women's title last year at WrestleMania. If you have her versus Sasha, she could give Sasha her first WrestleMania win.
I would agree. I would agree. And Bayley would put her over, something that Charlotte wouldn't do. Now, if it was Sasha for Charlotte, now if it was Sasha for Charlotte, then I would be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I would be pissed because Charlotte puts no one over but herself.
Yeah.
Charlotte only makes herself look good.
Yeah.
So moving on, we then get back. Let me go backstage. Rey Mysterio's backstage. He's trying to tell his son Dominic what to do in this match tonight against Baron Corbin. Up next, Dominic Mysterio then tells Rey that he's got this. Mysterio says if this doesn't go right, Dominic has to promise to listen to him next time. Dominic says he agrees, and then we get Dominic Mysterio versus Baron Corbin.
By the way, no Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake.
Where are they? Did they get COVID? Where are they?
Yeah.
Where are
do we need to say anything about this match? How many minutes it went? 1 minute?
Or I don't know, a couple minutes. I was barely paying attention to this match.
It went about 90 seconds, if I remember. 90 seconds. And Baron Corbin won.
Dude, I was barely paying attention to this match. I just didn't care.
Yeah, 90 seconds. The match flat.
We had Dominic landing in a few lefts and rights, followed by a drop kick, and then we had Corbin flooring Dominic with a clothesline. Corbin gets a 2 count. We had Corbin working over Dominic in the corner. And then Corbin hits the end of days. 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin beats Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin beats Dominic Mysterio. Moving on. And then we get the main event segment. Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman. As Pearce waits, so Pearce is then waiting in the ring. He makes his way down to the ring. Then he waits in the ring to Adam Pearce. Heyman then power walks to the ring. Heyman is then taping his fists. Then Heyman falls while entering the ring. Heyman claims a knee injury. Heyman then says, "You know what they say, card subject to change." Roman Reigns music then hits, and Reigns stomps his way down the ramp. Reigns then gets in the ring, and Superman punches Pearce. And then we get Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns. Reigns tosses Pearce out of the ring. Reigns then grabs Pearce and launches him over the barricade. Reigns then sends Pearce into the Thunderdome screens. Then Reigns takes Pearce over to the staging area. Roman then throws Adam Pearce onto the staging. Then someone attacks Reigns from behind wearing a hoodie, and it's revealed to be Kevin Owens. Owens and Reigns then fight down to the ring. Reigns then tries a Superman punch, but Owens reverses it into a stunner. Reigns rolls out of the ring. Owens beats Reigns into the barricade. Referees and officials pull Owens off of Reigns. Owens runs back and kicks Reigns in the head. Then Owens drops Reigns with a stunner. Owens then lifts Reigns in the air and hits a pop-up powerbomb through the announce table onto Roman. And then that's how SmackDown ended, with Reigns laid out and down and out, with Reigns out and laid out and down and out, with Owens standing tall. And then SmackDown goes off the air, and then that was SmackDown from last week. Yeah. Again, like we said in the beginning of this video, SmackDown last week was not that good. SmackDown last week was not that good. Lackluster at best.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. The Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, at least they continued their storyline. At least they have Owens and Reigns.
Yeah.
At least.
And Bianca and Bayley should be in a match.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. We had the thing with Apollo Crews and Big E and Sami Zayn. We had that at least as well.
Yeah.
Hope Sasha Banks will probably retain at the Royal Rumble against Carmella.
She should be in a fucking match on SmackDown.
What happened?
And she should be in an actual legitimate match on SmackDown.
Sasha Banks, yeah. Sasha and Carmella is pretty much for the Rumble for the SmackDown Women's title. Sasha's not losing that title.
Not anytime soon.
She'll probably hold it until at least Mania. Until at least Mania. Yeah, SummerSlam. Now, but yeah. and then Daniel Bryan. He's still my pick to win the Rumble. Cesaro getting some momentum, and Shinsuke Nakamura was not on the show this week either. I don't think you need to book him every week.
Yeah, he wasn't even on the show tonight, and Jey Uso wasn't on the show, I think, as well.
Yeah, I don't think you need to. They'll probably see him next week, but I don't think you need to book those guys every week.
Yeah,
you have other people on the roster. Use them.
Yeah, this is what SmackDown is doing.
Shinsuke and Cesaro. Shinsuke's not there every week.
Yeah.
Hope Shinsuke will probably be there on SmackDown this Friday, I'm sure, because he's in the Rumble.
Yeah. So he's in the Royal Rumble.
But yeah, SmackDown last week overall just not a good show. It was lackluster to me. It was. Was it better? Was it better than Raw? Worse than Raw? I thought it was. Well, Raw is the worst.
Miles better than Monday Night Raw. Nothing is worse than Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, but yeah, was it better than Raw? Yes, but was it a good show? No. That's the best way to put it. And that's a SmackDown review from SmackDown from last week, January 22nd of 2021. And that's it for the SmackDown part. That is that for the SmackDown part of this video, with the SmackDown review from SmackDown last week, January 22nd of 2021. And now we get to the good part of this video. Monday Night Raw.
Our favorite show. Says no one ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Favorite show. The worst show on television.
Yeah, our favorite show, Monday Night Raw. Said no one ever.
Ugh.
What
I must do this. Folks, what the hell did we watch last night on Monday Night Raw? What did we get last night on Raw? You know, last night's Raw was the go-home show for the Royal Rumble this Sunday, correct? What did we get? Did they get us?
I think we got The Miz and John Morrison to continue to be treated like complete losers.
Yep. What else did we get? More rinse and repeat on the show? I think so.
Yeah, Charlotte was on the fucking show.
Charlotte Flair? Yeah.
What else did we get? 24/7 title segment?
This show.
Monday Night Raw.
Where do I begin? With this fucking show? You do realize last night's Raw, Adam, was the go-home show for the Royal Rumble on Sunday night. You would think they would have a fire. You would think that Raw last night would have a fire lit right up under their ass, and they would at least try to put in an effort, at least a decent effort in it. You would think that they would try and at least put on a decent go-home show. What did we get?
Miz and Morrison continue to be treated like complete fucking jokes.
What did we get? Are you excited for the Rumble? I'm not.
No.
I mean, you watch for the Rumble anyways, but am I excited? No.
No. Does anybody even realize there's a pay-per-view on Sunday?
We may realize, but does WWE and Raw and Vince and Dunn, do they realize there's a Rumble on Sunday? I don't think so.
No. They don't even realize there's a pay-per-view on Sunday until they wake up. Until they wake up at the 6 o'clock hour, and they arrive 10 minutes late. It's the Monday Night Raw.
I bet you Vince showed up late, and he showed up late at 7:40, and he ripped up the entire script, and Vince rewrote the show all by himself last night at what, 8:30?
I think. Just 30 minutes into the show.
Unfucking believable. Last night's Raw. Monday Night Raw. God awful. As always. As always.
Are we surprised? Seriously, are we fucking surprised that this is the show they put on?
Is there even any reason anymore for me and you to get upset, for you and I to get upset?
No. There's no reason. We all know. We all expect every single week for Monday Night Raw to be so awful. Even worse than the week before.
And yet Raw manages and continues to get worse every fucking Monday.
Yeah, and this is the go-home show for Monday Night Raw. This is their go-home show for one of their big pay-per-views in the Royal Rumble. You would think they would build some intrigue into the show.
You would think they would at least put in a fucking effort and at least actually put in some care and thought into this.
But no, we get 3 more Miz and Morrison segments. We get
Charlotte in 4 fucking segments.
3 matches, and we have her in 6 segments on Monday Night Raw. 6 segments
on a 3-hour show, and you have nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, 6.
You have no issue with that.
Yeah, 6 Charlotte segments in the first hour of Monday Night Raw.
What did Charlotte in 6 segments during Raw for 3 hours last night on Raw? What did we do to deserve that kind of fucking punishment?
By the way, it was in the first hour of the show. 6 Charlotte segments in the first hour of Monday Night Raw.
What did we do to deserve that punishment?
Why? Just because we hate Charlotte? Did Bully Ray book this show? God.
This show last night felt like a phoned-in show, a phoned-in go-home show. It's like if Vince Bruce, it's like if Vince Bruce and Dunn didn't even want to. It's like if Vince Bruce and Dunn didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
Like with Vince McMahon, like with Kevin Dunn, Bruce Pritchard, like with Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, and Bruce Pritchard. It's like those 3 didn't even want to be there last night. If you don't want to be there, why waste our time? If you don't want to be there, you're better off just not airing the show at all.
If you don't want to be there, you might as well remove yourselves from the positions that you're in.
And give the reign to somebody else who actually cares.
Yeah.
Or if you don't even want to, or if you 3 don't even, or with Vince, Dunn, and Bruce, if they don't even want to be there from last night's Raw, then those 3 should take a fucking vacation.
Yeah. In fact, they should take a permanent vacation. And not book Monday Night Raw at all.
What did we get that was even positive last night?
0. Outside of one thing. Or 2 things, I think.
Or a couple things. We got an NXT promo package. SmackDown promo package. We got a Tom and Jerry movie trailer.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, you all never expected us to say Tom and Jerry on this show.
Yeah. When you have Tom and Jerry, when you have an NXT promo package, when you have an NXT promo package, a SmackDown promo package, and when you have a Tom and Jerry movie trailer, the like some of the couple positives on this show, you know you got a fucking problem.
Yes, and nobody, and I'm sure nobody expected us to mention a Tom and Jerry show on a Monday Night Raw review, but Tom and Jerry show is actually my favorite cartoon show because at least I get some laughs whenever Tom chases Jerry down and messes up everything. Yeah, but it's much better. I much rather watch the Tom and Jerry show than watch Monday Night Raw.
With Tom and Jerry, it's entertaining.
Yeah, at least they make us laugh. But
Monday Night Raw, and they give you quality television.
Yeah, but Monday Night Raw, it's the complete opposite.
Raw is just complete dog shit, if you ask me. Raw is the complete opposite of quality television. It's the opposite of Raw is the opposite of quality television.
Yeah.
Raw is just mediocre television, big time mediocre television, if you ask me. When you have the SmackDown promo package and the NXT promo package, and when you have the Tom and Jerry movie trailer, and when you have Alexa Bliss be the only positives of Raw, you know you got a fucking issue, big time.
Yeah, and we had to wait. Listen to this. We had to wait 2 hours until the 10th o'clock hour for something positive that is Monday Night Raw related.
2 hours and a 3-hour show, and you have no problem with that?
My God.
2 hours we had to wait on a 3-hour fucking show.
To provide something positive that is Monday Night Raw related with Alexa Bliss, and you find no problem with that?
Unreal.
My God.
Unreal. We have the Hurt Business, 3/4 of them being fed to Matt Riddle. We have tension teased with the Hurt Business, Cedric possibly out of the Hurt Business.
God,
what else did we get? What else did we get?
24/7 title segments with R-Truth.
And then we get some people on the show wrestling more than once. Oh, but it's COVID related, man. Bullshit.
Blow me.
Oh, but how do you? Oh, but it's COVID, man. You don't know shit, man. Really?
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
It's not COVID related.
They're the ones who decided to book the go home show of Monday Night Raw for the Royal Rumble.
And you decided to put on a show last night. We expect a fucking effort from last night.
Yeah.
But we did. But did they do it? But did they do it last night? Did they put in an effort last night? Nope.
Never.
So it's not COVID related. Oh, but Raw doesn't have enough of. But Raw doesn't have enough people on for their Raw roster, man. Raw doesn't have enough people on their roster, man. Even after the Black Wednesday releases, man. Blow me.
Yes, you do have. You're just not using them. And instead you're using them on fucking main event instead of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, but main event, they let them wrestle, man. Who watches main event?
Who watches main event? Who even realizes that the show is still in existence?
That it's still on the WWE network.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the WWE network's on Peacock starting this March.
Yeah, it was sold to NBC Universal.
Yeah, but yeah, Raw has but yeah, even after the Black Wednesday releases from April 2020 last year, Raw still has enough people to use.
You're not using them.
So yeah,
where is Ricochet? Where is Ricochet?
Where's Drew Gulak?
Where is Angel Garza?
Where's Jeff Hardy? I heard he was on main event this week, tagging with Ricochet, and they lost this week on main event to Elias and Jackson Riker. Unreal.
Yeah. Where is Akira Tozawa?
Yeah. Where's Tucker?
Why isn't Rowe?
Where's Rowe?
Why isn't he at least used in a U.S. title program until his partner comes back?
And Hanson, yeah.
My God.
So yeah, but yeah. Oh, but it's COVID, man. It's COVID related, man. No, it's not. So enough with that bullshit excuse. Raw, even after the Black Wednesday releases for April 2020 last year, even after that, Raw still has enough for their fucking roster. And no, it's not COVID related. So enough with the excuses. Enough defending this show. Enough.
Well,
there's no excuses for Monday Night Raw. They still have enough talent. They have enough.
We haven't heard who tested positive.
Yeah.
Nobody said Raw had COVID or Tucker or Akira Tozawa. We haven't heard these guys say that they had COVID.
Or better yet, where's Nikki Cross?
My God.
Where is Nikki Cross, Bruce?
Where is Peyton Royce? Done.
She was not on the show last night at all, I don't think. No.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't there. She was not there last night. Where's Dabicada? Where's Riddick Moss?
Why are you not using them on Monday Night Raw?
Where is Keith Lee? He has not been seen in a few weeks. Unreal. So yeah, it's not COVID related with Raw these days. So enough with the bullshit excuses. Enough.
They decided to put on the show.
They have a Raw has a fucking roster. They just refuse to use the talent there.
Yeah, you put on the show. It happened on Monday. It's happening every Monday night on the USA Network at 8 o'clock.
You decided to do it.
It fucking counts.
Yeah. If you want to put on a show, put in a fucking effort. But no, we got none of that last night. None.
We got zero.
And yet there'll be idiots on here. Oh, this wasn't a bad show, man. Quit the complaining. If you don't like it, stop watching, man. This wasn't a bad show. They built towards the Royal Rumble. This was a decent show. No, it wasn't.
A decent show, my ass.
This was nowhere near decent.
It wasn't even semi-decent.
So don't even say that this show was even decent, because it wasn't.
There was no positive, and we had to wait 2 hours for something positive on a 3-hour show.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We might as well start the Raw. We might as well start this Raw thing right now. We might as well. Might as well. So let's get started with this Raw thing. Let's get right out of the gate. Let's start this Raw thing. So we start the show with Raw last night. Drew McIntyre with an in-ring segment. McIntyre's back from COVID. He's COVID-free. Happy for McIntyre that he's no longer COVID-free. I mean, happy that McIntyre's COVID-free.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Drew is COVID. Happy that Drew is COVID-free. Happy that he has no COVID. Happy that McIntyre has no COVID. So then McIntyre says he's 100%. McIntyre says he would be a fool to take Goldberg lightly. McIntyre then said he watched Goldberg run through opponent after opponent. McIntyre then says no matter how much time passes, Goldberg is still powerful. Goldberg then started a new streak. McIntyre then says that Goldberg started a new streak. Every champion he's challenged, he's defeated. Miz and Morrison then interrupt. Then Miz says after Goldberg and McIntyre destroy each other, Miz then says he's going to cash in. And then Miz says he's going to be the next WWE champ, and Morrison is going to help him. Sure, you're going to be WWE champion, Miz. Sure.
Very well. You'll be the WWE champion of Titus Catering.
Yeah, Miz says he's going to cash in. Yeah, sure, you're going to cash in and win successfully, Miz. Sure.
Yeah, very well. The only place you'll be successful on Monday Night Raw is the pineapples that you and Bobby Roode fight over in Titus Catering.
Yeah. So then Goldberg's music hits. Goldberg stomps his way.
The Miz will be the WWE champion of failing to do a leapfrog correctly during a training with John Morrison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You know.
Yeah. When Morrison does this monkey bar thing, he jumps from monkey bar to monkey bar. Miz doesn't even get close.
Yeah, the fucking monkey bars.
Yeah. So then Goldberg's music hits. Goldberg stomps his way down the ramp. Goldberg then gets in McIntyre's face and says, "The Royal Rumble, the Sunday, Drew McIntyre, you're next." Then Miz and Morrison, they're on the apron. They snicker like two high school 10th graders, right? And then Goldberg and McIntyre then they both pull Miz and Morrison, hip toss into the ring. Miz eats a spear from Goldberg. McIntyre eats a claim. Miz eats a spear from Goldberg. Morrison eats a claymore from McIntyre. And then McIntyre and Goldberg then both stare down with each other.
Goldberg leaves the arena, And Drew McIntyre grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase and he tosses it.
And Miz and Morrison continue to be treated like fucking scrubs.
Awesome. The Miz, Mr. Money.
Yeah, I'm supposed to take. Yeah, I'm supposed to take the Miz seriously when he says he's going to cash in and win the title this Sunday, right?
Yeah. Well, he's getting. Yeah. How is? Yeah.
Watch the Miz. Watch this Sunday at the Rumble. Goldberg versus McIntyre for the WWE title. Both men are down and out in the ring, and the Miz comes out and he cashes in. It then becomes Miz versus McIntyre versus Goldberg. Triple threat for the WWE title with Miz cashing in. Watch that happen. Then the Miz fails his cash in again. Watch.
And the Miz is gonna take. The Miz will take the fucking pinfall loss.
And the Miz will fail his cash in a second time. So why did she even give him the briefcase again?
Yeah. My God.
Watch that happen. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, the Miz is Mr. Money in the Bank. Yeah, he's getting speared by a 55-year-old Bill Goldberg. Awesome.
Yes, and Mr. Money in the Bank you got there, Bruce.
Yeah. You have him get speared by an aging Bill Goldberg.
Yeah. Again, I'm supposed to take the Miz seriously, right? Sure. The Miz will fail. Watch the Miz cash in on Sunday, and if he does, he'll fail his cash in again. Yeah. Watch. So then we go backstage. Charlotte Flair is backstage. She says she's interviewed in Gorilla. Charlotte says she is going to successfully defend the women's tag titles. So she says she's going to successfully defend the women's tag titles this Sunday at the Rumble when Charlotte and Asuka defend the women's tag titles against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. I know my bathroom break for the Royal Rumble.
Unfortunately. Of course.
Women's tag titles. Charlotte and Asuka versus Nia and Shayna. Women's tag titles this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. The rematch from TLC 2020. One match I'm definitely not watching in the Rumble. One match that's definitely my bathroom break match, and Adams as well.
Yeah, everyone's bathroom break.
Legitimately, no one gives two fucks about that.
And by the way, this was segment number 1 for Charlotte.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then Charlotte says she's going to successfully defend the tag titles at the Rumble this Sunday and then win the Rumble this Sunday as well. I hope not. Charlotte winning the Rumble this Sunday. God, I hope not.
Please no. Please no.
And then when asked what Charlotte thought about Lacey Evans and her father, Charlotte says she knows what Evans is trying to do and it won't work. Tonight, Flair has Shayna Baszler, and that's what she is focused on right now. So then we get Charlotte Flair for Shayna Baszler with Nia Jax in Shayna's corner. We get Charlotte getting an early advantage. Flair then almost locks in the figure 8. Flair then almost locks in the figure 8, but Jax hits the ring and leg drops Charlotte to cause a DQ. Charlotte wins by DQ. And then after this match, Jax and Baszler beat down Flair. Rose and Brooke then try to make the save. Then Lacey Evans appears and attacks Flair from behind. And then we go to the commercial break. And then we get, you guessed it, someone called Teddy Longplaya, 6-woman tag, impromptu. Charlotte, Flair, Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke versus Lacey Evans, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax. Are you kidding me?
Awesome.
Are you kidding me?
This is the best Monday Night Raw has. And this was, look at this, this was your entire Monday Night Raw women's division, minus Alexa Bliss and Asuka. This was your entire Monday Night Raw women's division. Minus
I don't fucking
Alexa
believe
Bliss,
it.
My God. My God. This
Unreal.
Look at that ring. This was your entire Raw women's division, outside of Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross. This was your Raw women's division. Minus those women.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And then Charlotte for Shayna. Charlotte no sold in this match.
Yeah. The match went about 10 seconds.
I think she was no selling offense. I think she was no selling Shayna's offense. Yeah, some way to make Shayna look good there, Charlotte. Yes, people want to say Charlotte's the best, right? Sure.
Yeah.
Charlotte made Shayna look bad. Terrible. And then we get the 6-woman tag. Enough with this formulaic garbage. Oh, but it worked back then, man. Maybe it worked back then, but now? No.
It's 2021.
People are smarter nowadays.
Yeah, they're no longer 15 years old. They're no longer 15 years old. They're no longer 8 years old.
And people have the internet nowadays, where back then there was no internet. Now people do.
Yeah.
You know, this formulaic garbage crap that may have worked back in the day in the 80s and 90s and all, but now that's not going to work anymore in 2021. It won't. So the 6-woman tag, do I even really need to go over this? Well, does anybody even really care?
Does anybody realize that this was a match?
We had Dana Brooke in this match. Oh, but she tries, man. Sure, she does. Sure, Dana Brooke tries. And still, all Dana Brooke does is that running handspring attack. That's all Dana Brooke does still.
Yeah, I guess look what happened in the match. Do we even need to go over the match? Shayna Baszler got counted out.
So this match, no one gave a shit about this. I didn't. You didn't. I'm sure no one else did either. I'm sure no one else cared about for this match either. And then this match, the 6-woman tag, this match ends by a countout with Charlotte, Mandy, and Dana winning by countout when Shayna got counted out. So Charlotte, Mandy, and Dana went by countout, right? Then we go to the break. Then we come back from the break, and we're getting the same 6-woman tag impromptu again. And they showed in the commercial break, Adam Pearce comes out, and Adam Pearce is I think who was it that was trying to argue with Adam Pearce? So we don't want the match to end this way. Who was it?
I don't even care.
I think one of the women's teams was arguing that Adam Pearce, the match should not end in a count out, it should end in a pin or submission. That Adam Pearce is like, okay, match restarts. And we get the same 6-woman tag impromptu again.
20 minutes into the show.
Are you fucking serious? Are you for real, Adam? Are you for real?
These women got 20 minutes on this show. This took up the first 20. This match took up 20 minutes after the segment between Drew McIntyre and Bill Goldberg, where they dismantled Mr. Morrison.
I want to see one idiot defend this shit. Seriously. I want to see one fucking idiot defend this fucking garbage. Oh, but it was a count out, man. You need to have a winner and a loser by pin or submission, man. DQ or count out finish is it's a pile of shit, man. I don't care.
A match is a match. It happened on live national television.
Whether it's pin, submission, count out, when it's count out, DQ, pinfall, or submission. Guess what?
The match counted.
It counts. So why even do the same impromptu 6-woman tag on the same goddamn show last night again? Why? I ask you why.
Awful.
Yet there's geeks on Twitter that are going to defend this.
This is the state of Monday Night Raw's women's division.
And this is your Raw women's division, folks. This is your Raw women's division. This is who they have. Pathetic.
Oh God. That is pathetic.
And then the impromptu 6-woman tag rematch. Who do you and then with this impromptu 6-woman tag rematch, we had Nia Jax choke slamming Dana Brooke recklessly. Nia Jax recklessly choke slamming Dana Brooke Dana dropped right on her fucking head. Then Nia with a leg drop. Nia then yells at the referee to count 1, 2, 3, and Nia, Shayna, and Lacey Evans, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax win this waste of a time 6-woman impromptu rematch tag match.
That is awful. What did we witness on this show?
Do you legitimately care? I don't. Adam doesn't. I'm sure you don't either.
This is your Raw Women's Division. This is your Raw Women's Division, ladies and gentlemen.
This 6-woman tag, I did not give a fuck. I did not give a fuck.
I am speechless. I'm absolutely fucking speechless.
I swear, if you missed this, you did not miss a thing. If you missed this 6-woman tag, you missed nothing. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, God.
So then we get the next segment. The next match, and then we get the next match. Xavier Woods versus Slapnuts, Slapcock, Team JD / Eddie King from the Shove It Squad chat. Eddie King from the Shove It Squad Twitter chat. Eddie King from the Shove It Squad Twitter chat. Eddie King's good old buddy Slapcock, or Slapcock, Slapcock or Slapnuts, Slapdick, Cracker Jack.
Donuts.
Yeah, or Apple Jack or Pepper Jack, Colby Jack, Monterey Jack, Kangaroo Jack, Jack Black, yeah, Jackass, Slapnuts. Then he got T-Balls, DJ Storm's good old buddy T-Balls. And we cannot forget about Adam's good old buddy Mickey Mouse, or who I call Mice, or Mace Disgrace.
Rice. Oh, Rice, making rices for Titus Catering.
Then we got Ice Cold or Reckoning, then Mustafa Ali, Failure Bution.
Oh, God.
Xavier Woods versus Mice of Retribution.
It was actually Xavier Woods against the Donuts.
Yeah. Xavier Woods for Slapnuts. Either way, Retribution's a fucking failure.
Yeah. Do we need to go over this match? It went about 3 minutes.
What do you think happened? Xavier Woods hits a Shining Wizard on Slapnuts. 1, 2, 3. Xavier Woods beats Slapnuts clean.
And then after the match.
Yep. Then after the match, Woodson tries to run away, but T-Balls destroys him with a running big boot. Mice and T-Balls then give Woods a sky-high choke slam. Mace and T-Balls then hold Woods in place while Mustafa Ali acts as if he is going to hit him with a chair. He's about to hit him with a chair, but he decides not to. He forces and doesn't. Then Ali decides to sit down on the chair, stacked in the ring instead. Ali then has the mic and he tells Xavier Woods and then Ali then tells Woods to give Kofi the following message. It's a shame Kingston cannot compete in the Royal Rumble match this Sunday. Good thing they have found a replacement, and it's Mustafa Ali. And Ali says he is taking Kingston's spot this Sunday in the men's Royal Rumble match. And then that was that. I don't know. Where do you think they're going with this Kofi Mustafa thing?
Well, hopefully they should relive what happened in 2019 when Mustafa Ali should have been in the Elimination Chamber in 2019.
Yeah, I mean Mustafa Ali, Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania. I probably wouldn't mind that, and I think Mustafa going over. I don't know. I mean that could. The one loss for the New Day is not going to hurt them. They're pretty much bulletproof.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that makes sense because Kofi Kingston was in the position that was supposedly for Mustafa Ali.
Because you look at Daniel Bryan when he was WWE champion late 2018 on SmackDown Live, and with Daniel Bryan with the heel environment gimmick with that great thing. Remember that?
Yeah, Planet's champion.
The fickle thing, that was great. With Bryan with the concession stand with the second SmackDown of 2019, that was great. where Brian belittled these people, the concession stands. It was great. And then Mustafa Ali, you know, I think it was the SmackDown before TLC 2018, the beginning of the show, non-title. Brian, the WWE champion at the time, versus Mustafa Ali, and Mustafa looked good against Brian, even though Brian won, but Mustafa looked good in defeat.
Yeah.
And then, and I believe WrestleMania 35 for the WWE title in MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, for the WWE title, WrestleMania 35. I think it was supposed to be Brian defending the title against Mustafa, but Mustafa, it was before the 2019 Elimination Chamber. It was a SmackDown Live match between Randy Orton and Mustafa Ali. Orton injured Ali's eye, and Ali couldn't compete at the Chamber, so Mustafa got hurt. And then Kofi got lucky and gotten Mustafa's spot, and Kofi Kingston got lucky. Yeah. Then we had Kofi Mania when it was supposed to be Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, I mean, they could relive that.
So Kofi and Mustafa at Mania 37 makes sense. And I don't mind that whatsoever.
And Mustafa Ali gets the victory against Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, one loss for Kofi in the New Day and Woods, it's not going to hurt them. They're bulletproof.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, a win over Kofi in the New Day could do something for Mustafa. I don't know about the other members, but it could do something for Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes sense because imagine if Mustafa Ali in before Elimination Chamber 2019. Imagine if Mustafa Ali did not get injured. Then we had that gauntlet on SmackDown before Elimination Chamber 2019. Remember that gauntlet that Kofi went through that night?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had that Kofi Mania thing and that Kofi gauntlet that night. Imagine if Mustafa Ali wasn't injured before the 2019 Elimination Chamber event and Mustafa was in that gauntlet. He probably would have been. We probably would have seen Mustafa Ali in 2019 as WWE champion. You know, we could have seen that if Mustafa didn't get hurt, if Orton did not injure Ali with the eye injury.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's true.
And Kofi, he locked out big time. If Mustafa wasn't injured, he probably would have beat Brian at Mania 35 for the WWE title. And he probably would have had a 6-month reign with the title. But Kofi and Mustafa at Mania 37, I would not mind it. Do you think they go with that? I think they should. And it should not be on and it should not be on the fucking pre-show. And both men should not be in the Battle Royal. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Mustafa and Kofi should be nowhere near that. I'm telling you right now.
That's true. I mean, they should be on the main show.
Have Mania 37, Kofi versus Ali 1-on-1, and Ali gets the win. It makes sense. And Mustafa Ali, you know, and Retribution's a failure. They are. But look at Mustafa Ali. He's at least trying. The group is still a failure, but at least you can tell Mustafa's at least trying.
To make it work, yeah.
And Mustafa Ali, man, what do you think of his promos?
I mean, he's awesome. We're all big fans of Mustafa Ali.
Oh, but Mustafa Ali sucks on your mic, man.
Watch his promos and then come back.
Yeah. I mean, Mustafa Ali can be a face or heel, but I mean, Retribution's still a group, but at least Mustafa Ali is at least trying to get this to work.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's only benefiting him than the group itself. It's only benefiting him.
I think he's legitimately carrying T-Ball, Slapnuts, Ice Cold, and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I think Mustafa Ali is legitimately carrying those four. Without Mustafa Ali, they'd be nothing. That's just my view on that. But Mustafa Ali, and his promos, like, you know, and this is a decent promo from Ali on Raw last night. I mean, Retribution's still a failure, but at least Mustafa's trying to get it to work. But Mustafa on the mic, you know, but Mustafa Ali on the mic, you know, at least, like, you know, do you think Mustafa's gotten better on the mic or what?
Yeah, he's getting better every time.
Oh, but Mustafa Ali's a vanilla midget. The guy has no charisma, man. Really?
Then why does he speak on the microphone? And he's got great promos.
In fact, I think he may have gotten better on the microphone.
Yeah, of course.
And still, again, imagine if Mustafa Ali in 2019 never got injured.
We'll never know what would have happened.
Yeah, I would agree. But Mania 37, Kofi and Ali, it should happen. And not on the pre-show. And Kofi and Ali should not be in the Battle Royals. They should not be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at Mania 37. They should not be in that. It should be Ali and Kofi one-on-one at WrestleMania, not in the main. It should be Mania 37, Kofi versus Ali, one-on-one on the main show, not the fucking pre-show. And then we get the VIP lounge no, not the VIP lounge before that. Sorry. We go backstage. R-Truth telling Riddle he heard the Hurt Business talking about throwing him a party. Last week was his birthday. Riddle then says he's got an idea. And then we get the VIP lounge. The VIP lounge.
MVP.
To be honest with you guys, I took a break from my television from the segment. I did not even watch this segment. And if you missed this segment, I swear to God, you missed nothing.
Yeah, nobody missed anything.
What did this accomplish?
Nothing. MVP cuts the usual, typical MVP VIP launch promo.
And we had some like the tension with the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander being possibly kicked out.
And we got what? Cedric Alexander and Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. They give MVP a fucking gift. And then R-Truth came out.
24/7 title fucking garbage.
Yeah, he talks about his birthday, and Cedric. He says that this segment it's about his birthday, and then Cedric Alexander tells it's not about him, it's about MVP. And then Bobby Lashley said, "Well, come into the ring, Truth. Come into the ring." And before R-Truth comes into the ring, guess what happened?
24/7 title bullshit with Tucker
Knight, Akira Tozawa, Drew Gulak, and
Ro?
Humberto.
Oh, Humberto Carrillo. Yes, Humberto was found.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yes. Yes, folks. Humberto was found on Monday night.
Carrillo. Yes. Yes, folks. Humberto Carrillo was found on this show. Legitimately.
And Humberto, Gulak, Tozawa, and Tucker. Guess what happened to those four when they got in the fucking ring?
By the way, speaking of Humberto, he's actually grown beard. He actually grew beard.
Yeah. But Humberto, Tucker, Tozawa, and Gulak, they're in the ring. They get destroyed by the Hurt Business.
Yeah. Bobby Lashley, yeah, they were absolutely destroyed. They were manhandled by Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander. And then Matt Riddle.
Go ahead.
And then Matt Riddle attacks MVP from behind, and the segment ends.
Yep, and then right afterwards, impromptu, we get this gauntlet with Matt Riddle versus Shelton, Cedric, and MVP of the Hurt Business. So if Riddle wins the gauntlet, he gets Lashley at the Royal Rumble for the U.S. title. Or no. We don't get that impromptu. Right afterwards, we get Sheamus versus John Morrison with The Miz. But what are your thoughts on this VIP lounge? Honestly, guys, I didn't even watch this because after that pointless 6-woman tag at like the two times a 6-woman tag during the show last night. After that, I just was like, I got to take a break from the television because this show was just that fucking bad. I missed the VIP. So I missed the VIP lounge segment last night. And you know what? I probably made the right decision by not watching it. Last night's segment with the VIP lounge. I probably made the right decision.
Oh, well, you came in as soon as the segment ended.
And you know what? I probably made the right choice by not watching that segment.
Yeah, because you would have went off if you see Tucker, Humberto, and Drew Gulak at Tozawa trying to win the 24/7.
Yeah, so I probably saved myself some fucking misery with the 24/7 title.
Yeah. When will this title be burned, please? When will this title be burned?
Yeah. And then we got Sheamus versus John Morrison with The Miz. decent match. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, why is Morrison still with the fucking Miz?
The second segment of Miz and Morrison.
Yep, that too. And I'm watching Sheamus versus Morrison. Why is Morrison with the Miz? Like, I remember a SmackDown show sometime last year. I think it was Matt Riddle versus John Morrison one-on-one. It was a really good match, ungraded match.
In July. It was in
July. July. And I'm watching that, and I remember that match from that time last year, and I'm watching this match last night in a row with Sheamus and John Morrison. I'm like, why is Morrison with the Miz? Do you realize Morrison is much better on his own without the fucking Miz? Can we get Morrison away from the Miz, please? Can we please break them up?
Legitimately.
Miz is just blatantly holding him down. This isn't 2008 anymore. It's 2021. This is a different John Morrison.
Yeah. This is a different Miz.
Legitimately. But a decent match with Sheamus and John Morrison here. We got Morrison and Sheamus trading pinfall attempts. We got Morrison catching Sheamus with a stiff elbow to the head. Morrison lands in a few strikes before running into a back body drop from Sheamus. Morrison kicks Sheamus in the throat to take control. Then Sheamus hits the Irish Curse backbreaker. Sheamus then goes up top. Miz gets on the apron to distract Sheamus. Sheamus then dives off the top, but Morrison drop kicks him in the knee as he sails through the air. Morrison boots Sheamus out of the ring, and then Morrison works over Sheamus's injured knee. Sheamus then fires up and slams Morrison with a sidewalk slam. Morrison kicks out. Then Sheamus hits the white noise, and he pins Morrison after the white noise. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus beats John Morrison. And then as soon as the bell rings, Miz then challenges Sheamus to a 2-on-1 impromptu handicap match right away. Sheamus bro kicks the Miz, and Sheamus agrees. So then we get an impromptu handicap match, 2-on-1. Miz and Morrison versus Sheamus impromptu. Why? 2-on-1 handicap match. Miz and Morrison versus Sheamus. Excuse me while I do this. Hey, Adam, why are we getting this match?
Handicap match between Sheamus against Miz and Morrison.
Why?
Because Monday Night Raw are so bad at what they do at their job.
Yeah. Oh, but Sheamus can't say no. He's a warrior. That would make Sheamus a coward if he doesn't accept the Miz's challenge, man. You do the same thing. You never back down from any fight, man. Says the fucking geeks that will defend this shit.
How many times we've seen this match? How many times we've seen
but Sheamus can't back down from a challenge. He's the Celtic warrior. So he's a warrior. He's a Celtic warrior. That would make Sheamus look like a coward if he says no to the Miz, man.
How many times you've seen Miz and Morrison against Sheamus? How many? Since what? December?
Yeah. But Sheamus has to say yes, or else Sheamus is looked at as a coward, man. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? Sheamus might as well have bro kicked the fucking Miz and then get out of here and then walk out and get ready for the Royal Rumble for 6 days.
Yeah. But no, we got this impromptu handicap match with Miz and Morrison versus Sheamus. Great.
Yeah, some logic on this show.
I'm pumped for that one. Said no one ever. And yeah, some creativity you got there, Bruce. What do I say?
Do we need to go over?
What do you even want me to say about this fucking match, guys?
How about this one? We might as well mention only the ending, and that's it.
We had Miz and Morrison taking turns on beating down Sheamus. We had Sheamus doing the 10 beats of the bell drum to both Miz and Morrison on the outside apron by Sheamus. Sheamus lands a clothesline to the outside on Miz and Morrison. Sheamus then hits the bro kick on Morrison. Miz then surprises Sheamus with a skull-crushing finale for the 3 count. Miz and Morrison win this handicap match against Sheamus. Who cares? Who cares?
Moving on.
And then we go backstage. Ric Flair is shown with Lacey Evans, showing Evans a few wrestling holds. She's holding Evans like this. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. You really want ratings to fucking tank? That's what you do.
Well, speaking of the ratings, they came out as well.
Yeah, a 1.8 this week. They still can't get over a 1.8. Just letting you guys know. Raw gets a 1.8 again this week for this Raw. The ratings for this week's Raw from last night. 1.8.
1.820 million viewers.
Still can't get close to a 2 million viewers. Oh, but 1.8 is close, man.
Where? They can't even get more than 1.8 on a Monday night. This is the show they put on. This is the show they put on as their go-home show for the Royal Rumble. This is what they want us to be excited for the Royal Rumble about.
Ric Flair on Monday Night Raw in 2021. With Lacey Evans, who is go-away heat, by the way. Lacey Evans is not a good heel.
Fucking serious. Ric Flair on television in 2021 for a 4th straight week.
And Ric Flair, what, 70 years old? Lacey Evans, what, 30?
At this point, do I even care?
No, I don't either.
My God.
Oh, but Lacey Evans is attractive, man. She may be good to look at, but is she a good in-ring performer?
My cup is more of an in-ring performer better than Lacey Evans in a fucking match.
My wallet is a better fucking wrestler than Lacey Evans.
My God, this Ric Flair on television in 2020. Oh my God, do I need to say it? Am I in 2021? Am I living in Jim Crockett Promotions in 1987?
Unbelievable. And you have Ric Flair with Lacey Evans doing this to Lacey Evans. I'm like, oh my God. My God.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me we're about to see another love storyline on Monday Night Raw.
I swear. And if this is a USA Network out-of-the-box idea, then they are just as much to blame.
Yeah, you know the report that Vince McMahon pitched out-of-the-box ideas on how to improve Monday Night Raw rating after they got a 0.41 rating in December. Which was a 1.5 million viewership, which was a complete fucking embarrassment.
Or what I think it was Vince or USA Network that wanted more romantic storylines.
It was Vince, I think. It was USA Network. I think it was USA Network that wanted darker. Or
wanted more romantic storylines. It's probably why we're getting Ric Flair and Lacey Evans.
This show, oh my God.
And this is nothing but desperation to get Charlotte over as a babyface.
And speaking of Mrs. Android, here she comes. Comes back.
Yeah, we have backstage Ric Flair is showing Lacey Evans a few wrestling holds. Charlotte then walks in and tells Evans to get out. Rick then tells Charlotte that if someone wants his knowledge, he's going to give it to them. Charlotte then says, and then this is the next thing that Charlotte says. Listen to this. Charlotte then says she's not the bad guy here. She says Rick is turning from a legend into just an old senile man. An old senile creepy man. Evans then walks up behind and Evans then walks up from behind and hits Charlotte with the loser's right by Lacey Evans. Then Evans walks up behind Charlotte and hits the loser's right on Charlotte. Then Evans boots Charlotte's head into the wall. Rick goes to check on his daughter, but Evans pulls him away and asks him to help her work on her woo.
By the way, the loser's right. Did not even hit Charlotte good. It didn't even
hit her like on the fucking shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. My God.
Oh, but Lacey Evans is great, man. She's a good athlete, man. She's good in the ring, man. She's a good wrestler, man. She's talented, man.
Where? Where? Why? Ask me where.
Can we send Lacey Evans back down to NXT, please? She was called up way too fucking fast. She never grew. She never matured.
She cannot even throw a fucking punch correctly. Yeah,
send her back down to the PC in NXT.
Yeah, what a way to but this is your best impersonations of ripping off the Big Show's WMD.
And then Charlotte says she's not the bad guy here. Oh man.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Christ the pub. Christ the pub.
Charlotte says she's not the bad one. Charlotte Flair says she's not the bad one here. Really, honey? Really, Charlotte? Not the bad one here.
Really? Really?
Yeah. You're not the bad one, all right. So much so.
So much so that it was you that refused to put over Rhea Ripley last year's WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania 36, when Rhea was supposed to go over, by the way.
Yeah.
Charlotte was never supposed to beat Rhea last year. By the way. Yet Charlotte has the nerve to say she's not the bad one here. Sure, honey. Sure, Charlotte.
Yeah, continue saying that.
Yet Shills will defend Charlotte still.
Yeah.
Bully Ray will continue to defend, and you know Bully Ray's going to continue to defend Charlotte. You know that, right?
Of course, yeah. I wonder
what
how.
Excuse is Bully Ray going to come? What excuse will Bully Ray come up with this time?
Yeah, or I wonder if Tommy Dreamer will defend Bully Ray and defend Charlotte as well, and make himself just as stupid as Bully Ray is on Busted Open Radio.
Yeah,
because they will never say anything bad about the WWE product.
No, because they drink the Kool-Aid. Because they drink that WWE Kool-Aid.
Yeah, awful. This storyline with Charlotte
Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair. This storyline fucking sucks.
Awful, absolutely awful.
Oh, but it's a personal story, man. Who cares?
Where is it a personal story? It's personally bad.
Oh, but it's an intriguing storyline, man. Yeah, it's intriguingly terrible. Oh, but it's exciting, man. Oh, but it's terrific, man.
It's terrifically awful. It's terrifically bad. It's terrifically bad.
And this storyline is garbage. It's trash. Can we end this already?
And exciting. Yes, this feud is excitingly awful.
Can we end this feud already with Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans? This is just bad. It's terrible. And they think this is going to get Charlotte over as a babyface. And guess what? It's going to blow up right in their face.
It's going to fail miserably.
They think Evans with Rick is going to make Charlotte cheered. Yeah, right.
Sure. If this happened in a live audience, if this happened in a live crowd, everybody would have booed them.
They probably would have booed both or Charlotte or Vince, and Vince thinks it's going to make Charlotte a big babyface. No, it's going to make Charlotte hated even more, and all for the wrong reasons. If there was a crowd, if there were live fans right now, I
Both
swear
Lacey
to
and
God,
Charlotte-
Charlotte would be booed right out of the freaking building. I swear to God.
Yeah, Charlotte and Lacey would have been booed out of the fucking building. Or Ric Flair as well would have been booed out of the building if there was
And
live
Charlotte
fans.
would have been booed and would have been eaten alive by that fucking crowd. I swear.
Yeah, if there was no COVID and if there was still fans without COVID.
Yeah. Do you legitimately care for this storyline? I don't.
It's
Can we
over.
just end it already?
It's over. This is the best you have for the Raw Women's Division. This is one of your top storylines for your Raw Women's Division on Monday Night Raw. Oh my God!
I legitimately don't care for this garbage storyline. I don't care for this storyline at all. Just end it.
Meanwhile, you have Io Shirai as the NXT Women's Champion against Raquel Gonzalez very soon, and against Toni Storm.
And Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, and you have Sasha Banks against Carmella, and soon against Sasha against Sasha. Right?
Imagine Sasha versus Sasha.
Yeah, a mirror match. Yeah. But yeah. Well, but only in a video game. Yeah, Sasha, she's facing Carmella on SmackDown, and she will soon to be facing Bayley and Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. What does Monday Night Raw have? They have this storyline?
I mean, Sasha and Carmella, I'm not enjoying that either, but it's not worse than Lacey and Charlotte, because that's just fucking nauseating, Lacey and Charlotte.
Yeah, we got NXT with Io Shirai versus Mercedes Martinez and Raquel Gonzalez very soon, and Toni Storm. SmackDown has Sasha Banks and Carmella, and soon Sasha will beat Carmella and she'll go to Bayley or Bianca Belair. But here on Monday Night Raw, we're having Charlotte against Lacey Evans.
Yet people want Rhea Ripley called up, right? Right?
Oh, awesome.
Could you imagine Rhea Ripley on this fucking show?
Please no. Please. Seriously, why would Rhea Ripley even want to be on this shit show?
Why, so Rhea would get killed on this fucking piece of shit show known as Monday Night Raw?
Seriously, if I am her and I'm watching Charlotte versus Lacey,
I mean, Charlotte buried Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 36, right? Why would Rhea even want to go to Monday Night Raw after that?
This is her future. What you're seeing with Charlotte and Lacey Evans in this storyline, this is her future on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. And man, if I'm Io Shirai, if I'm Io Shirai, I'd stay far away from this show as well.
My God.
And then you want to know why Kenny Omega didn't come over. Then you want to know why the Young Bucks didn't come over.
And they instead started All Elite Wrestling.
And then you want to know why Cody Rhodes didn't come over.
And then you want to know why the ratings are burning down. As Seth Rollins would say, burn it down. You want to know why the ratings are burning down on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, go ahead.
And the Raw Women's Division is fucking abysmal.
It's garbage. It is not only laughable, it is garbage.
It's garbage. It's a complete fucking dumpster fire.
And you look at the Raw Women's Division right now, holy shit, it makes the Divas Division look better than them. That's how laughable the Raw Women's Division is right now. It's that fucking bad.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I'm actually saying that.
In fact, it makes the AEW Women's Division look like NXT's Women's Division.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Awful. Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair storyline. End it. I'm sick and I am so sick and tired of that. It's not even funny. Just end it. Who's writing this storyline?
I guess it's Bruce Pritchard who's writing the storyline.
And the Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair. End the fucking storyline. Nobody cares about it. End it. End it.
And then Vince McMahon wonders why the ratings are in the fucking.
And then you want to know why they can't even get close to 2 million viewers on this show.
In the middle of Royal Rumble week.
And this is the best they got for the go-home show last night on Raw for the Royal Rumble this Sunday. This is the best they got for a go-home show. Are you kidding me? Speaking of the Royal Rumble, they announced WWE Backstage this Saturday night on FS1. They're announcing entrance 1 and 2 for the Women's Rumble and entrance 30 for the Men's Rumble this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. You fucking kidding me on that? You kidding me?
No. Number one and 2 for the Women's Royal Rumble matches are going to be revealed. Hopefully, it's going to be Bianca Belair and Bayley, but the men's.
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. For the Women's Rumble for entrance 1 or 2. For entrance 1 and 2 for the Women's Rumble on Sunday at the Rumble, Adam, I'm telling you right now, if it's not Bayley and Bianca, it's a fucking waste of time. This thing on Backstage this Saturday night.
And what else they're going to reveal? The men's
entrance 1 and 2. Entrance 1 and 2 for the Women's Rumble. Entrance 1 and 2 for the Women's Rumble for the Rumble this Sunday. Entrance 1 and 2. It better be Bayley and Bianca Belair. If it's not, I don't care.
And
with the Saturday.
You know what they're going to reveal is on the Backstage on FS1? The men's Royal Rumble match at number 30.
I don't even know what to say.
Number 30 is going to be revealed at the Royal Rumble.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, but the Royal Rumble is exciting. Yeah, but but what we see on Monday Night Raw, this is what they want us to get excited about for the Royal Rumble.
I mean, you watch for the Rumble anyways, but why would you reveal entries 1 and 2 and 30 for the Women's and Men's Rumble? But why would you do announcing 30th entrant for the Men's Rumble and announcing for the Women's Rumble entries 1 and 2, announcing entries 1 and 2 for the Women's Rumble? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Well, is it the Royal Rumble about surprises and unpredictability, and you don't know who's going to come?
But they're not announcing every single entrant, man. So quit the complaining, guys. No.
Fuck out of here.
But you two are the only ones that are complaining, man. No, idiot.
Fuck out of here.
But it's not but they're not revealing every single entry number, man. Fuck off.
Fuck out of here. Well, they're announcing people who are going to be in the Royal Rumble. They're like people declare themselves every fucking week. And we don't know which one of them will enter a number.
Yeah. But they don't have enough guys on their roster for qualifying matches, man. They have enough. You're just not using them. Where the fuck is Keith Lee? Where is he?
Isn't he? He's not even declared at the Rumble yet?
He's not been seen since he fought Sheamus on Raw a few weeks ago. Where the hell is Keith Lee?
Why isn't Ricochet in the fucking Royal Rumble?
Yeah. Why is Drew Gulak not in there? Why is, I don't know, the Lucha House Party not in there?
Or, Chad Gable?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous. I don't understand it. Why is Rowe not in there? Why is Tucker not in there? Why is R-Truth not in there? Why do you and I book this show better than the people who actually write better than the people who actually write for the show currently?
It's ridiculous.
And we don't even work there. We literally do this for free. Unreal. So then we get R-Truth versus AJ Styles with Elmas. And if R-Truth wins this, R-Truth's qualified for the Rumble. I might as well take a drink with this too.
Another qualifying match for someone to face AJ Styles.
First Drew Gulak, then Ricochet, and now R-Truth. This is the creativity of Monday Night Raw. And man, oh man, what they're doing with AJ Styles as of late, man, are they fucking wasting him right now? But he's already a main guy in WWE, man.
Why are you even putting him? He's already in the Royal Rumble match. Why are you putting him against the guys who
Why are you
not
putting
even
him in worstless fucking segments on this show? You do realize
Yeah.
after he fought McIntyre at TLC last month, after that, he's been pretty much been in nothing. And I hate to say that. AJ Styles, a former WWE champion, held the title for over a year. One of his reigns as WWE champ, held the WWE title for over a year, right? Right?
Yeah.
But here on Raw, he's fighting. But no, on Raw, he's in segments these days on Raw that mean nothing. And I hate to say that. They're since after TLC, they've done AJ Styles no favors whatsoever on this show.
And he's in the Royal Rumble match.
And the pairing with AJ Styles and Omos makes no fucking sense. You use Gallows and Anderson only to put Omos with AJ Styles. Makes no sense.
And AJ's in the Royal Rumble match. AJ Styles is in the Royal Rumble match. Why does he have to have qualifying matches against people who are not even in the Rumble?
Yeah. First Drew Gulak, then Ricochet, and now R-Truth.
Why can't you let Gulak and Ricochet and R-Truth, why can't you let them in the Rumble matches already and declare themselves for the matches? For the Royal Rumble match.
Or have a Rumble qualifying match. Ricochet versus Truth versus Gulak. Why can't you do that? There you go.
Why do you need them to go against AJ Styles? Pathetic.
Yet they use Adam Pearce as a scapegoat on Twitter to tell us why people can announce themselves for the Rumble and others need to qualify. Yet they do that. Yet they have Adam Pearce. Yet they use Adam Pearce as a scapegoat because Vince McMahon, God forbid, he's wrong. Because Vince hates it when he's wrong.
Yeah,
Vince is not always right.
Yeah, Vince McMahon, he does not want to admit failure.
Yeah. AJ Styles, R-Truth.
We had a brief
back and forth with these two. R-Truth does his John Cena thing. You can't see me. Showing tribute to his idol, John Cena, does R-Truth. Then he goes for the AA. AJ rolls him up in a calf crusher. R-Truth taps out. AJ Styles wins with the calf crusher submission. AJ Styles beats R-Truth. Your thoughts on this?
Who cares?
And again, why is AJ Styles with Omos? Does this pairing make any sense to you?
No.
What, like Omos and AJ Styles, what do they even have in common?
Zero.
And why are those two together? You release Gallows and Anderson on Black Wednesday, and you replace them with Omos. You replace Gallows and Anderson with Omos.
With Big Jordan.
Or Big Jordan. I don't understand that at all. Why put Omos and AJ Styles together? They have nothing to do with one another. And why would Omos listen to AJ Styles? Gallows and Anderson would listen to AJ Styles, but why would Omos listen to AJ Styles?
I have no fucking idea, but this is Monday Night Raw. This is their fucking Raw.
And Omos, we have not seen him wrestle once on Monday Night Raw yet. Is he even that good of a wrestler as Omos?
No.
He's just there.
I think if he's a wrestler, he's trained by the fucking Great Khali.
Or the Big Show or Braun Strowman. Which, by the way, he does. Because, Braun Strowman runs fast. I'm not sure if you realize that.
Yeah.
But Omos, he's just there. And man, ever since AJ's come to Raw, man, oh man, has he been just from here to here, man. I swear. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. Look at what AJ Styles is doing right now.
Well, he went to Monday Night Raw because he did not want to be anywhere near Paul Heyman. And his son is playing football on a Friday.
Well, I heard him and Heyman probably would have worked something out. I heard a report with that recent, a while ago. But the main reason AJ moved to Raw was because he wanted to see his son, because he wanted to watch his son play sports on Fridays. That's why AJ moved to Raw last October in the draft.
Yeah.
But AJ Styles, man, on Monday Night Raw these days, he's been ever since after TLC last month, he's been from here to here. And I hate to say that about AJ. He deserves so much better.
Yeah.
AJ Styles deserves so much better, man. He really does. And I'm hearing rumors of possibly AJ Styles versus Triple H at WrestleMania 37.
Well, I won't mind that.
Though Triple H shouldn't wrestle anymore, and he should continue with NXT and should take over the main roster, Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard anything about Triple H retiring. Could this be his retirement match?
I'd hope so. And Triple H should take over Raw and SmackDown, in my opinion, and Vince should retire and give the reins to Triple H. That's my opinion on that, but go ahead.
Nothing. No.
Okay. But moving on. We then get Alexa's Playground. We're almost in the 10 o'clock of this show. We had to wait 2 hours in a 3-hour show to get anything positive that was Raw related.
That is pathetic.
Alexa's Playground. This is one good thing on the show that was Raw related. Alexa's Playground. Alexa says last week was so much fun. Bliss recounts what she's been up to the past few weeks, burning Orton, beating Asuka, burning Orton with the fireball, burning Randy Orton with the fireball, then beating Asuka. And then Bliss asks if we like her trick transforming. He taught it to her. Bliss says she cannot wait to see him again. She then says tonight she's going to win a shiny new toy, the Raw Women's title. Then Alexa says, just like last week, she does not feel like playing nice. And then that was that. Your thoughts on this segment?
Yeah, it was the only good part of this shit show.
What do you think of Alexa's promo work as of late?
It's been awesome.
This is probably Alexa's best work right now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh,
in fact, I was actually hoping that she would win the Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, we're going to go over that shortly with Asuka and Alexa, the main event on Raw last night. But anyways, Then we move on to the gauntlet. Matt Riddle versus the Hurt Business of Cedric Alexander, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. 3-on-1 gauntlet match. If Matt Riddle wins, he gets Bobby Lashley at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. I think just like the VIP lounge I missed, the VIP lounge from earlier in the show last night, I missed that segment and I saved myself some misery. This gauntlet, I don't think I watched it either. I think this gauntlet match last night, I missed it too. And you know what? I missed nothing as well with this gauntlet.
Yeah.
What did we get with this gauntlet?
Matt Riddle defeated the Hurt Business in a gauntlet match.
We had what?
Matt Riddle and Shelton Benjamin start out first.
I think wasn't Shelton pinned in like a few seconds?
Or a few minutes, I think.
Then MVP was pinned in a few seconds?
No.
Roll up?
Cedric Alexander accidentally cost Shelton Benjamin the match. MVP then started the match, and then he tapped out in 3 seconds to a knee bar.
Better than Goldberg's knee bar, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got Cedric Alexander and Matt Riddle. And Matt Riddle won. And then after the match, and the golden match lasted 16 minutes.
And then after this match, Riddle wins this gauntlet. A waste of time. Then Riddle walks up the apron. He's celebrating. Lashley attacks Riddle from behind. He puts Riddle in the Hurt Lock. And Riddle immediately taps out as soon as he's in the Hurt Lock. And Riddle's down and out. And the Hurt Business walk up the ramp and they exit. So Matt Riddle wins
Let me get this straight. Matt Riddle can beat 3 guys in a gauntlet match in 16 minutes. But 3 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, he was tapping out to the Hurt Lock in 2 minutes to Bobby Lashley.
Oh, but that's okay, man. Why do you have an issue with that, man? Want to know why? You want to know why?
Why? So Matt Riddle taps out a few weeks ago on Raw Legends Night for the United States Championship. Matt Riddle taps out to Bobby Lashley in a hurt lock. Or not Raw Legends Night, the week after Raw Legends Night. He loses to Bobby Lashley to a hurt lock in 2 minutes. But here on Monday Night Raw, he beats 3 guys in 16 minutes.
Oh, but it's not Bobby Lashley, man.
I don't care. Why is he tapping to Bobby Lashley in 2 minutes for the US title a few weeks ago, but he can't beat 3 guys in the Hurt Business, Bobby and Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP in 16 minutes of the Golden Man? Do you know how fucked up this is?
Yeah.
In fact, why couldn't we have given 16 more minutes to Bobby Lashley and Matt Riddle on Monday Night Raw just like 3 weeks ago? And they could have at least given us a good match for 18 minutes.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Cedric, and it's teased with Cedric Alexander being kicked out of the Hurt Business. Is Bruce Pritchard getting bored?
Is Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, and Bruce Pritchard hate things that get over naturally?
In the Hurt Business, was that not a Vince thing? And now Vince sees this and he's trying to get his hands on it?
Please, no.
Now, if Cedric and Shelton are out, who replaces them in the Hurt Business?
Ricochet and Keith Lee?
Okay. Ricochet, I mean, he's dead on this show. He's dead on this show.
Yeah,
Same thing with Keith Lee.
They're two goofs on their show. And you can thank Vince McMahon for it.
Yeah. But if you put them in the Hurt Business, that may be different.
Yeah.
And maybe you won't call, and I know Adam calls Ricochet Richard O'Shea.
Yeah, because that's who he is on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, but it's Ricochet, man. And the Indies and NXT and Lucha and then Lucha Underground, okay.
Okay, but on Monday Night Raw?
On Raw, he's Richard O'Shea. But
Yeah,
if he's in the Hurt Business as a heel.
Maybe I will stop calling him Richard O'Shea. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because he's doing absolutely nothing on his own on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Yeah. And this gauntlet match, your thoughts on this, because I didn't even watch this gauntlet. I pretty much saved myself some misery with this gauntlet, just like the VIP lounge.
Nobody cared. No one cared. We already knew what was gonna happen.
And now look at this gauntlet from last night. Now with this gauntlet from last night and the gauntlet on SmackDown a few weeks ago when Nakamura ran the gauntlet. This gauntlet from last night was not even close to Nakamura running the gauntlet. Not even close. Not even fucking close. Not even a quarter, not even a tenth, not even a 1/4 close. Not even 1/10 close. This gauntlet last night on Raw with the Hurt Business and Matt Riddle, a waste of time. And now then also at the Rumble, US title match, Lashley versus Riddle.
Moving on.
Yeah. And then we get the next segment. Well, and then after this gauntlet match, Lashley attacks Riddle from behind. Lashley puts Riddle in the hurt lock. Lashley then tosses Riddle into the barricade. Moving on. And then we get the next segment. We go backstage. They promote Edge returning. They should have promoted Edge's return from the previous week. Why did they do it during the show last night? Oh, that's right. Raw is running out of ideas.
Yeah.
So we got to promote Edge, out of nowhere. We can't do it the week before because Raw is desperate. So instead of hyping up Edge from the previous week, no, they do it during the show.
Yeah. During the show without anybody even realizing. Nobody even know that he was going to appear. Nobody even realized.
Oh, but that's okay, man. Isn't that well Edge showing up? Isn't that supposed to be a big deal?
Yeah. Why are they promoting it like
I don't know.
now?
Why are they doing it out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because they're so desperate for ratings.
Because Raw's so terrible at their job, they need to pull Edge out of nowhere, not hype him up properly because Raw sucks at their fucking job.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But Edge is shown backstage. He's cutting the promo. This is a very good promo by Edge, by the way. Very good promo by Edge. It's anytime Edge speaks, you listen.
Yeah.
When Edge talks, you stop what you're doing and listen to the man speak. And so Edge is backstage cutting his promo. He says 2020 has taught him anything, it's that Edge says if 2020 has taught him anything, it's that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Edge notes that 10 years ago, before this, they showed the Backlash 2020 match with Edge Norton. Greatest match ever. Good night, Grandma. Love you too. It's my grandma, by the way. Ignore that technical difficulties, guys. But ignore that technical difficulty, guys. But anyways, so then they showed the Backlash 2020 match with Edge versus Orton, which they quoted the greatest wrestling match ever, which it wasn't. Which it was not. They showed Orton punting Edge in the head, and then Edge was saying, like if something doesn't work, something else works out, and if you go down, you get back up. Edge was saying that. Then Edge notes that 10 years ago, he left WrestleMania 27 as the world champ. Then a week after that, he had to retire and had to be retired for 9 years. Edge then says he fought to get back to WWE, but got hurt again at Backlash last year. Edge then says he is officially entering the Royal Rumble for the men this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. Edge then says he has to win, and he has to get back what he never lost at WrestleMania. Damn good promo by Edge.
Edge always cuts a good promo.
What are your thoughts on all this and possibly what could happen at the Royal Rumble? Could Edge win the Royal Rumble? Could it be down to Daniel Bryan and Edge at the Royal Rumble as the final two? That I would not mind.
Yeah, could it happen?
Would you mind if Edge won the Rumble? Maybe we get Edge and Drew McIntyre. And after watching this, I thought it'd be Edge and Orton at Mania. Perhaps not. Maybe we get Fiend and Orton continuing into Mania, which I don't care for at all.
Now, does Edge win the Royal Rumble? He's a dark horse in winning the match.
Does Daniel Bryan win the Rumble? Does he or does he not win it? Could Edge win it?
Well, Edge, he cut this promo. They're making you believe he's going to win.
It could be down to Daniel Bryan and Edge as the final two in the Rumble this Sunday, which is something I would not mind. Or maybe Edge wins the Rumble. Maybe Bryan wins the Chamber, or Bryan wins the Rumble, Edge wins the Chamber. Maybe we get Edge and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania for the WWE title, and Edge wins the WWE title.
Yeah, that would be something.
Maybe Edge wins the title, or maybe it's Edge and McIntyre for the WWE title at WrestleMania 37. Maybe Edge wins the WWE title, and maybe we get Adam Cole get called up to Monday Night Raw, and it's Adam Cole versus Edge in the Raw program over the WWE title, and Edge puts Adam Cole over for the WWE Championship.
That would be awesome.
Or Edge and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, well, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, if Edge wins a title from McIntyre, and if it leads to Edge putting someone over like Adam Cole, then I don't mind Edge as WWE champion.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
And yeah. Oh, but why would you want Edge beating McIntyre for the title at Mania 37, man? Shouldn't McIntyre go over Edge, man? Oh boy. Think Adam froze on me. Oh boy. Crap. I think. Yep. Think he froze on me. Oh boy. Sorry, guys. Ignore this technical difficulty, guys. I don't know what's going on with Zoom, but something's fucked up with Zoom. And Adam left. Great. I apologize for this, guys. I really do. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what it did to Adam, but great. Great. Hopefully I can get Adam back in here. Zoom. What are you doing? This is just lovely. Lovely. I hope this can get Adam back in here. I don't know what to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hold on, guys. Oh boy. I don't know what's going on with Adam. Please bear with me, guys. I don't know what happened to Adam, man. Don't know what happened. So just ignore these guys, please. See if I can get Adam on Skype. Maybe we can get Adam on here at least. All right, there we go.
Well, I'm sorry for what happened, but
yeah, I mean, I sent you the link and all, but
okay, I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. I apologize for that, guys, with Adam getting kicked out on Zoom. I apologize for that. So hopefully Adam is back in here shortly. Hopefully it lets Adam back in. So keep an eye out. So let's see if it lets him back in. Hopefully it lets Adam back in. Oh, there we go.
Well, what's going on?
There we go. Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the Adam and that kicked him out, but he's back now. So I apologize for that, guys. But anyways, Ignore the technical difficulty guys, and so that's all I got to say on that. But yeah, Edge and Drew McIntyre, WWE Championship, WrestleMania 37. Yeah, people will say, "Oh, but why do you want Edge? Oh, but why would you choose Edge as a WWE champ over McIntyre, man? Shouldn't Drew McIntyre beat Edge, man?"
Well, didn't Edge never lost the world title last time he was champion?
Doesn't it tell a story?
Yeah.
So why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Or you could do Drew McIntyre, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. But Edge and McIntyre, I would not mind that.
We won't mind that.
Goldberg should win no titles.
0 titles he should win. In fact, the titles that he should win is the titles for Bullhead.
Yeah.
Or the title of, or he should be winning the Clown University World Championship.
Or of Goldberg and fucking Orton for all I care.
Yeah. Yeah, they might as well have Randy Orton versus Bill Goldberg for all we give a fuck.
Yeah. But Edge and McIntyre, I would not mind that. But Edge and Bryan could be in the final 2 in the men's Rumble on Sunday at the Rumble. Maybe Edge wins the Rumble, Bryan wins the Chamber, or Daniel Bryan wins the Rumble and Edge wins the Chamber. Could go either way.
No. Possibilities are endless.
We'll see what happens. As long as Goldberg doesn't win the fucking Rumble, I don't want to see Goldberg win the Rumble. Please no.
Yeah.
Please fucking no. So then we get the main event, Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. We get Asuka tossing Bliss up all over the ring. Asuka locks in an armbar, then Asuka misses a hip attack and gets hung in the ropes. Bliss attacks Asuka out of the ring. Asuka then has a shocked look on her face when the camera pans back to the ring. Bliss is then riding a rocking horse. Then we go to the break. Then after the break, Asuka misses a second rope drop kick. Bliss lands insult to injury. Asuka kicks out. Bliss works over Asuka. Then Asuka catches Bliss with a super kick. Pop-up knee by Asuka. Asuka German suplexes Bliss and then hits a sliding knee for a near fall. And then the lights flicker and Bliss is wearing her old goddess attire. Then Alexa changes to the goddess Alexa. And Bliss is shown crying and she looks confused. Asuka then charges in, but Bliss moves out of the way. Then the lights go out again. And Bliss has dressed like Dark Alexa, like a female fiend. Then Asuka knees Bliss in the face, but it does nothing. It doesn't even phase Alexa. Then Asuka tries to lock in a flying Asuka. Then Asuka tries to lock in a flying Asuka lock. Does Asuka, but Bliss counters it with a mandible claw. And before this, Asuka does a pop-up knee and some sneak kicking is out by Asuka, but Bliss is not phased. Go ahead.
And Alexa no sold it.
Yeah, and Alexa no sold it. Then Bliss counters the Asuka lock with the mandible claw. Does Bliss. And the Bliss is almost about to win the championship here. Then Orton is behind Alexa with a burned face. And Orton hits the ring and drops Alexa Bliss with an RKO. Does Randy Orton. And the match is thrown out. Orton stands tall over Bliss. And the show fades to black. And that was Monday Night Raw. And also during this Raw Women's title match, Asuka looked scared of Alexa. And this is your Raw Women's champ. Asuka, a beast in NXT, but on Raw, she's scared of Alexa. Are you kidding me?
This show, man. This is your Raw Women's champion, ladies and gentlemen.
In fact, I was hoping for Alexa to win this title last night because Asuka's run has been terrible. And it's not her fault, but we all know Asuka versus Charlotte is coming.
Yeah. So we were hoping Alexa would win the match.
And with Alexa possibly saving us from the inevitable Charlotte versus Asuka match because no one wants to see that. But it's coming. It's inevitable. Unfortunately, it's inevitable. It's coming. But yeah, Asuka looks. They made Asuka look terrible last night against Alexa. Asuka looking scared and feared, and Asuka looking scared of Alexa. Like, what am I watching?
This
Asuka was NXT. Asuka was NXT Women's Champ for over 500 days. Here on Raw, but here on Raw, they have Asuka look scared against Alexa Bliss.
Awful.
Absolutely awful. And this show continues to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Do you even realize that there's a Royal Rumble pay-per-view on Sunday? And last night was the go-home show.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if you realize that. Yeah.
We know there's the Rumble on Sunday because it's one of the biggest shows of the year. But do Vince Dunn and Bruce realize there's a Rumble on Sunday? Absolutely not. If they did, they would at least put on at least a decent go-home show last night on Monday Night Raw. But did we get that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This show is terrible. Your thoughts on this show last night as a whole before we get the hell out of here?
Garbage. That's all I have to say.
This show continues and manages to. This show continues to get worse every fucking week. What? The first 4 Raws of 2020. What? 4th Raw now of 2021 and 4 Raws with 2021 and 4 garbage Raws with 4 Raws in 2021 and 4 garbage Raws in 2021. When you have,
of course,
when you have the NXT promo package, the SmackDown promo package, and when you have the Alexa Bliss playground segment, and when you have the Tom and Jerry movie trailer, the only 4 positives on Monday Night Raw, you know you got a big, big problem.
Yeah. This show was fucking abysmal.
And a god-awful go-home show. Are you excited for the Royal Rumble?
Nope.
I'm not either.
Does anyone realize it?
Yeah. You watch the Rumble for the Rumble anyways, but am I excited for the Rumble? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This show sucks. This show sucks. I don't know who to be fired. I don't know who needs to be fired. I don't know who needs to be terminated. But this show is just so bad. It's not even funny.
Hold on.
This is the state of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. We better
get the state of Monday Night Raw. This show sucks. If you praise this show, you are the root of the issue.
Yeah.
If you praise this show, you are what's wrong with Monday Night Raw.
You can't. Nobody can. Seriously, nobody should sit there and give this show a buy. There's no one.
No one. I want to see no one give the show a buy. If someone gives the show a buy, they're the reason why this show is absolutely abysmal. They're the reason why Raw's at a 1.8 million viewer rating right now. They're the reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
This show is absolute crap. Dog crap. This show is dumpster fire garbage. It is trash.
This show is this. This show is that bad.
This show is absolute. This show is a big time steaming pile of shit. It's not even funny. I hope this show. They got a 1 and Raw this week in the ratings got a 1.8 again. They can't even get over 2 million viewers.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. This is the state of Monday Night Raw. It's the state of Monday Night Raw. And they're going to continue to get worse as long as Vince McMahon is on top.
Yeah. Yeah, for a Royal Rumble go-home show, for a rating like that for a Royal Rumble go-home show, that is pathetic.
Absolutely pathetic. This show sucks. This show sucks. If you defend this show, you don't deserve to be a professional wrestling fan. Seriously.
We're going to get out of here now. We better get out.
Yeah, you might as well. And that's your Raw review. Thank you guys so much for joining Adam and I for the SmackDown Raw reviews right here for this one video. You're right here in the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube. Hope you guys liked this video and enjoyed this video and had a good time with this video. Hope you guys really liked this video. And I'll see you next time right here in the channel for more good content right here on the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube.com. Follow me on Twitter at FioriNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. And follow me on Facebook at Nicholas.Fiore.31. Follow Adam on Instagram, Facebook as well. And follow Adam on Twitter at Carl Adam Johnson on Adam's Twitter. Go follow Adam on Twitter. and hit that like button on this video, hit the subscribe button on this video, and be sure to turn on that bell for all notifications so you guys are notified. So then that way you guys get notified whenever I upload from the channel onto YouTube. So subscribe to the Furious Nation YouTube channel, turn that bell for all notifications, and hit that like button on this video too, guys. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm Nick Fiore, and this is Adam, Furious Nation YouTube channel, youtube.com. This is the video right here for the SmackDown review from SmackDown last week, from January 22nd, 2021, last week. And this is the Raw review from last night's Raw, January 25th of 2021. I'm Nick Fiore. This is Adam. This is the Furious Nation YouTube channel, and we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this video here with the SmackDown review from last week and the Raw with the SmackDown review from last week and the Raw review from last night. Thank you guys so much for joining us with this video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and liked it, and hope you guys had a good time with this video. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and I'll see you next time right here on the channel for more good content right here on the Furious Nation YouTube channel. Talk to you guys later.